This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And then the Shannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAL champions.
Not a Cinderella story, a championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIL 2A Girls Champions, the Shenango Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Look at this! Union wins it! The Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Worker down inside, and alley-oop, the young gun.
She'll strike it, and score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Ryan Briggs and yours truly
Sharpsville.
think Greenville will get off to a 1-0 start. That'll be interesting.
Jeff Lockhart, in his 4th year at Mercer, will take the Mustangs on the road Friday night. Or no, I'm sorry, Iroquois comes to Mercer. My heavens, a mistake I should have known better then. Iroquois at Mercer, the Braves and the Mustangs, Friday night.
Expectations are high this year for Mercer. They have a shot to be a definite contender to win their school's first ever District 10 championship. And a lot of good skill, great backfield. The Pony Expresses are calling them. All 11 of us going with Mercer to get off to a 1-0 start.
The Lakeview Sailors were to play Seneca at home this week, but they're having some problems with their seating at Lakeview Stadium, so the game will be at Seneca High School Friday night. Bill Hickman, in his 6th year, will take the Sailors on the road.
Another team with high expectations. The Sailors got a lot of players back, some great athletes, a lot of speed, and even with the game going on the road, no impacting our experts, all 11 of us going with Lakeview to beat Seneca.
The Slippery Rock Rockets will be at home under 8th-year coach Larry Wenderoos this Friday night. General McLean comes to town. What's going to happen in this one, Bob?
Boy, this is a narrow pick here. 6 of us going with Slippery Rock, including Art Shannon, Tony Mastrian, Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs, Hugh Ringer, and Darren Steele. 5 of us going with General McLean, including Landmark Information, Tom Reisenweber, Mark Slazak, yours truly, and Ken Moyer. So a 6-5 pick in favor of Slippery Rock.
On Saturday, in a game to be aired on 790 WPIC, Neshannock will be at Sharon. Bob will be there along with Chris Birch. Briggs and Birch will cover that game. It should be an interesting game.
That game will actually be on 96.7, but it'll still be on the radio. Here's the picks. 8 of us going with Sharon to win this game. 3 of us going with the Shannock, including yours truly, Ryan Briggs and Hugh Ringer. So Sharon goes in as the heavy favorite here. The Shannock beat Sharon last year. Should be a very interesting game.
11th-year coach Josh Mull will take the Reynolds Raiders to Union City on Saturday. Reynolds, I imagine, is favored in this one.
9 of us going with the Reynolds Raiders despite all their youth. 2 of us going with Union City. Art Shannon and Ken Moyer think the Bears will knock off the Raiders.
7 o'clock Saturday night, the Kennedy Christian, Kennedy Catholic Golden Eagles go on the road to face Cambridge Springs.
Young Kennedy team. They got some skill. They got some athletes. New coach in John Cox. 10 of us going with Cambridge Springs, though, in this game. Ken Moore, the only one going on the Kennedy bandwagon, picking the upset. 10 with Cambridge Springs, 1 with Kennedy.
And on 790 WPIC Saturday night, Mark and Bob will bring it to you live. Harbor Creek will be at Hickory to face Billy Dungy's Hornets.
All 11 of us going with Hickory to get off to a great start and knocking off Harbor Creek in a District 10 matchup. And that is week number 1.
And that's going to do it for us in the studio. Join Art Shannon and yours truly after the game for the Warner's Home Improvement Scoreboard Show, where we will recap all the scores and we will take your calls. And remember, we will be live in the studio on the Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook page all throughout the night. So tune in and leave us comments. Stay tuned for week 1 on Sports Radio 96.7 with Ryan Briggs and Colton Hoffman on the call. Get ready for Avonworth at Grove City. And on News Talk 790 WPIC with Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg, stay tuned for Sharpsville at Wilmington. On behalf of our radio crew and our game announcers, I'm Aaron Byro. Thanks for listening and enjoy the games.
This is News Talk 790 WPIC. And this is high school football at its very best.
It is blocked, and it is Archer. Picks it up. He's heading for the end zone. Wilmington has won the state championship. Forget it. Andre Coleman takes it into the end zone.
Myers back to pass. Pump fake. Looks. Throws. Long near side. Get a man open. McCoy caught it. Drive by 1 yard. The Pharaoh Steelers are your 2019 state champions.
It's the game that separates the men from the boys, and it's happening right now.
Tonight on News Talk 790 WPIC, the 2023 season kicks off as we head to Wilmington as the Greyhounds host the Sharpsville Blue Devils.
Our 2023-24 high school sports broadcasts on 790 WPIC are brought to you by Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage, caring beyond prescriptions. Bill McCandless Ford in Mercer and Meadville. The Reinhardt's Agency. It's not the insurance they sell, it's the service that makes them better. Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs since 1973. Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958. St. Paul's in Greenville, a senior living community. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking but better. Attorney Bill Motor. Excellence, experience, and integrity. Mercer County State Bank. Community-minded since 1911. Mancino's Driving School, where safe driving starts. Herman's Water, when taste matters. Vay's Pub and Grill. Make it special, make it Vay's. Montgomery Truss and Panel, unparalleled products and services for your construction project. Hermitage Rotary Club. If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Community Counseling Center of Mercer County, empowering positive change. Mailer Insurance, trusted for generations. Minuteman Press and One Stop Mail for all of your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. English Auto in Grove City, specializing in southern vehicles up to $15,000. Erie Canal Grill in Sharpsville, live music, great food, and cold drinks before or after the games. Please thank this group of sponsors for supporting all of our high school sports broadcasts all season on News Talk 790 WPIC. Now it's time to go to the field with our countdown to kickoff show with our game announcers,
Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg.
And good evening, friends. Good evening, fans, and welcome to Countdown to Kickoff here on News Talk 790 WPIC and on lcsportsnet.com, 790WPIC.com, and on all our iHeart and other station apps. And welcome back to another year of high school football. I'm Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. We are live from Wilmington's Greyhounds Stadium, New Wilmington, Pennsylvania, Region 3 football action with Sharpsville and Wilmington. The Greyhounds under the direction of six-year coach Brandon Fillion, 3-7 in a District 10 qualifier a year ago. Sharpsville Blue Devils, led by Paul Piccarilli, near 28, 9-3 of the season a year ago. District 10 runner-up to Farrell, and looking to do so again this year. Time now to welcome in longtime broadcast partner Bob Greenberg. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing wonderful, Mark Slazak. How you doing, football fans? We are back here for another season of high school sports, and we have a good one here down at Greyhound Stadium, Sharpsville and Wilmington, an elite game here in week 1 going at it. You have the father and son-in-law going head-to-head for the 8th time in the 6 years now that they would have had a chance to coach against each other. And you also have one of the most prolific quarterbacks in the school history at Sharpsville, Colin Summers, in his senior debut. A lot to talk about, a lot to watch. Should be a fun game here tonight.
We'll talk a little bit about these teams right now. The Sharpsville Blue Devils, you mentioned, come back with a veteran offensive line, and that quarterback you talked about, a 3-year starter in Colin Summers.
He had one of the great years in Mercer County history last year, over 3,000 total yards, over 2,100 yards passing, over 800 yards rushing. He had 35 combined touchdowns. Colin Summers has a chance to shatter the all-time school passing record and a lot of other records here before his senior season is over.
Pretty big offensive line returns. A senior all-region pick, Kevin McCullough, tackle all-region Honoree Brian White at guard, Josh Myers, Nick Bell up front, also looking to continue to have that strong push up front, will the Blue Devils.
And they will need it to get some touches to Jaden White, who looks to be maybe their go-to running back, and Dalton Byerly looks like could be the feature receiver in this offense, and we know how much Colin Summers will throw the ball. He'll get a lot of chances.
On the defensive side, Calvin McCullough is a corner, and Summers as a safety, also big last year. We look at the Wilmington Greyhounds under Brandon Fillion. The Greyhounds last year 3-7, looking to rebound.
Yeah, offense, they returned 8 starters from a year ago. The running game is intact with Ben Miller and Tyler Mickelin, and Buddha Book is going to be the quarterback this year. The really multi-talented athlete will be running the wing T offense, and very excited about what he can do for this team.
Tim Miller, Book, and Mickelin last year combining for over 1,200 yards on the ground, so did a great job. That wing T offense, a little bit more back to that tradition, a little less of the spread that they've had a little bit in the last few years, looking to get things done with some returners up front as well.
And that's interesting because both teams have 4 starters back from a year ago. That is Wilmington's strength as well, with 4 seniors on the offensive line. Both teams right now feel like their defenses are a little bit behind the offense.
Rocky Serafina, Will Bruckner, Willie Moore, Jake Coulter, all coming back on the offensive line for what was a young Wilmington team a year ago.
And the biggest news of it all, who also came back, Terry Varelli has come back to be on the sidelines for Wilmington as a coach. The legendary coach, 314 wins, retired back in 2017, and needed something to do. Was asked and asked and asked, and he is back now helping out the offense.
Bob, 40 years ago, my first broadcast right here, Wilmington High School, when I was just fresh into Westminster College, and Terry Varelli was the head coach for that Wilmington team. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Great to catch up with Terry. Great to see him back. Brandon as well. Paul Piccarelli. Great to be back at high school football, and we've got a great game for you, and a great season coming as well.
We're excited. So we are hopefully you're excited as well, and you get to listen, you get to watch, whatever you want to do here tonight. But Sharpsville Wilmington will kick off the 2023 season here tonight.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to the coach, Brandon Fillion of the Wilmington Greyhounds, and Paul Piccarelli of Sharpsville. Stay with us. This is your home for high school football. This is News Talk 790 and LCSportsNet.com.
In 1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the Sub of the Game and Play of the Game.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
When the finest cuts of meat combine with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, you don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games,
Welcome back. Countdown to kickoff. Opening night, high school football season. Wilmington and Sharpsville are being joined by head coach Brendan Fillion of the Wilmington Greyhounds. And Coach, Butterflies, opening night, Sharpsville across the field. You got to be excited.
Well, Bob, first of all, just want to say thank you. You and Mark Slazak, it just makes the game so much more special when you guys are here. And, opening night to have you guys with us, it's awesome. So excited to have you guys. Thank you for being here. But, yeah, to your question, there's no doubt. I think that, that whenever those butterflies go away would be when I would say, hey, you're not doing something right. Opening night, always got those good butterflies, you would say. But I think that's amplified a little bit when you look across and you see a team like, Sharpsville, looking back at you, so well coached, Coach Pick and his staff do a tremendous job. So we know it's going to be a tough opponent here. We're fortunate to be playing at home tonight. We expect it to be a great football game.
You're coming off an uncharacteristically bad season, at least wins and losses. Has it been a little bit of a longer off season, or you've been itching to get back to this day tonight?
Well, it really has, and I know even for the guys on our team, it's like one of those things. It's like, hey, we just want to get started and get that taste from last season out of our mouths. We've been working so hard, and we want to just turn that page. And now tonight it's official. Here we go with the 2023 football season. Everybody's 0-0, so couldn't be more excited for the opportunity before us this evening.
Talk about Buddha Book. He is your starting quarterback. What do you expect to see out of Buddha?
Well, I think when you look at Buddha, he's a competitor first and foremost. He's such a competitor in everything that he does. He's a great athlete. He's one of those guys that, whether it's, in the secondary, under center, he just has such athletic ability. And I think he's a guy who's dual threat. You would see him throw the ball last year, some of our gadget plays, he throws it really well. Now getting to do that as a regular part of his, duties here, on game day. And certainly he's a very capable runner. You saw him in the backfield last year. So I think having Buddha back there really provides us with a dual threat kid at quarterback. We're very excited to see what he's going to do.
Strength of this team is your line play, and you have your running backs. I assume you're going to try to ride those two groups here tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. I think that when you look at the offensive line, you see out of those 5 spots, there's 4 seniors, holding down those positions for us. And, you mentioned the backs, of course, Ben Miller, Tyler Mikulin, no stranger to anybody who followed Mercer County football last year. So I think that, yeah, we certainly hope that's the strength of our team is our ability to run the football behind, 4 senior linemen and, 2 senior running backs and a quarterback who's very capable with his legs as well.
Biggest news of the offseason, Terry Varelli back on the sidelines. Tell us how that happened.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a work in progress. I've been asking him the last few seasons, about coming back to join us. And this year, everything lined up, everything fell into place. And, Coach graciously accepted the offer. And since he's been back, he's just so natural out here on the football field. This is home for him. And even for he and I, it's been 5 years since we worked together. But I'm telling you, Bob, our first time on the field together, it was like we had never left. We're just, so natural, so in sync. And, the respect I have for Coach Varelli, he's really who prepared me for the opportunity to be a head coach. He did such a great job with me, teaching me not only about football, but about life. So it's just been such a special thing to have him back here as part of our program.
And now you get to face your father-in-law yet again here tonight with Sharpsville and their high-flying team. Talk about the challenge of slowing down Colin Summers.
Well, you nailed it. I mean, I think, first and foremost, it starts with Colin Summers. He's a terrific quarterback. He's dual threat. He can do it with his arm. He can do it with his legs. He's an explosive player. He's capable of making a big play at any time. So there's no doubt that's where it starts for us defensively. Our big thing defensively tonight, we've got to limit the big plays. And Colin Summers, he was responsible for quite a few of those last year. So I don't think you ever totally shut down a guy like that, but you certainly look to limit him.
This is the 8th time you will face your father-in-law. Is kind of the luster of that kind of gone away a little bit, or it's still a special day here for your family?
Well, I think it's very special. Obviously, hey, at the end of the game, one of us, is going to win, one's going to lose. That's the hard reality. But the part that we really try to focus on is we try to focus on, the relationship between us and the common love for the game of football. I know, being a father of a daughter now myself, I'm sure that when Chelsea found this guy who loved football just like her dad, I think that, the fact that he and I have that passion for this game in common, I think is really special for our relationship and for our family.
Coach, best of luck. Great seeing you.
Bob, again, on behalf of, myself, our team, our school, and our community, we appreciate having you here with us tonight. We appreciate the coverage and all you do for Mercer County Athletics. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Coach Brendan Fillion, head coach of the Wilmington Greyhounds. We'll come back. More countdown to kickoff. Wilmington, Sharpsville tonight, right here on 790 WPIC.
Home Improvement Hotline. How can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
When the finest cuts of meat combine with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, you don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage, PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy of Hermitage. Caring beyond.
Back countdown to kickoff. Opening night, Sharpsville, Wilmington. We're being joined by head coach Paul Piccarelli of the Sharpsville Blue Devils. And coach, another opening night for you. Do you still get butterflies?
Oh, every game you get butterflies. That's why I keep coming back. But the kids keep you young, and as I get older, they stay the same age, which is nice. So it's been a thrill for the last how many years, I don't know.
You got some really some high expectations this year with this team, with some of your returnees and a big, strong offensive line.
Well, obviously our offense got to carry us. Our defense, we're behind on defense. It's the worst start we've ever had since I've been a coach. We lost a lot of players last year. We're still trying to figure out who goes where, and the sooner we can get that situated, we'll be okay. But, you know, like I told our coaching staff, if they score 40, we got to try to get 41.
And you got a guy that's running your offense that can do that.
Well, yes, he's very good. He's another coach on the field. He can run, he can throw, but obviously we got to have guys to catch the ball, and we got to have time to block because Wilmington's line is very good.
What's a couple concerns about Wilmington?
Running the ball. Just keep running the ball, and we can't stop them. And that's the toughest thing in football, when a team can run and you can't stop them. So we'll start out with 4 in the box or 4 on the line. If we have to go to 5, we have to go to 6 guys on the line to stop them. We'll do whatever it takes to do it.
I know it's a tough week for the family. How's Chelsea doing?
Oh, she's okay. The kids, my granddaughter wishes it always could end in a tie, but unfortunately it can't. But, you know, it was tough at first a couple of years ago, but right now it's like any other coach.
Coach, best of luck.
Thanks, Bobby.
All right, Paul Piccarelli, head coach of the Sharpsville Blue Devils. We'll come back. The Minutemen Press and one-stop mail starting lineups and the kickoff. It is Sharpsville Wilmington. Opening night high school football season right here on 790 WPIC.
Something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the sub of the game and play of the game.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
We're back here at Wilmington High School. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. It's Wilmington taking on Sharpsville. Teams meeting at the center of the field. As coin flip will go on with referee Joe Lombardi. And Bob, time now for our starting lineups.
Today's starting lineups are being brought to you by Minutemen Press and One Stop Mail in Hermitage. Minutemen Press and One Stop Mail for all your printing, marketing, and mailing needs. Follow them on Facebook. Our new sponsor, we want to wish Doug and Amber Osborne, the new owners. Of course, you know Amber's name, longtime coach, and we appreciate them on board, and we are so glad they are on board with us. And Sharpsville has won the toss, and they will take the ball on offense. They look like this. Up front, the center is Nick Bell. The guards are Josh Myers and Brian White. The tackles, Noah Schmidt and Kevin McCullough. Tight end is Hayden McFeeters. Wide receiver, Dalton Byerly. In the backfield, running backs will see Jaden White, Kyle Vigotti, Aiden Pushkar, or Kelvin McCullough. And the quarterback, the senior, Colin Summers.
Defense for Wilmington has Rocky Serafino and Carter Horkovi at the ends. Jacob Coulter and Colin Rowley at tackles. The linebackers, Tyler Mickelin, Willie Moore, and Aiden Gardner. Defensive backs, Freddie Zepner, Michael Mistretta, Ben Miller, and Buddha Book. A year ago, Sharpsville, a 9-3 District 10 runner-up. Wilmington 3-7.
And talked to Coach Fillion a couple times in the offseason, and it's a long offseason, especially for a Wilmington program that has had so much success. And to have just 3 wins and go with what they went through, that has been a significant challenge. And then in the offseason, we didn't even mention it, their 2-year starting quarterback, Tuff McConaughey, transfers over to Girard, so they lose a guy that would have been their 3rd-year starting quarterback to really add some additional angst in the offseason. But Coach Fillion is obviously feeling very confident with Buddha Book running this offense.
We did see Buddha Book throw the ball a few times, gadget plays last year, and very successful in that. The series history, Wilmington 14-5 against the Sharpsville Blue Devils. Last Sharpsville win last year, a 23-0 victory. On August 27th, Wilmington last beating Sharpsville 28-27 in 2021. Teams started playing football in 1994 when Wilmington got a 40-0 win. So it's been a rivalry. You mentioned the family rivalry with Paul Piccarilli being the father-in-law of Brandon Fillion, and no doubt, each year there's something about that. And the coaches both try to, play it off, and it's nothing. But there's still family going against family. It's still got to be a tough one for those guys.
Well, it was bad, really bad for Paul Piccarelli, because he had lost the first 5 games, or last 6 games until last year. Then Sharpsville finally beat Wilmington. So it was all fun for Brandon Fillion until Sharpsville beat the Greyhounds last year, shutout on opening night in a game that we broadcast on at McCracken Field.
Wilmington Greyhounds will wear a dark navy blue jersey. Got gold trim. They have white numbers, a blue helmet with a white W on the side, white pants with blue and white trim. Sharpsville Blue Devils will be in a white uniform. They've got blue numbers and trim. Says the Ville on the side of the Sharpsville helmet this year. And they incorporate some red into the uniform because they're still continuing the co-op with West Middlesex football as well.
This is the final year of that 3-year agreement, And at this point, there's been no indication that they're going to discontinue it, but that'll be something that they'll have to decide by the end of the year.
Byerly and White are deep to return. James Winters set to kick off with the ball teed off at the 40-yard line. We are ready to get football going here in 2023 as our high school football season starts. Our coverage season begins, and we're off. The kickoff into the end zone and a touchback. And Winters does his job with a strong kickoff. Wind at his back. Going left to right on the football field as we look at it, where the wind is. And Sharpsville will start on offense. Bob gave us the starting lineups moments ago, but Colin Summers, what a year he had a year ago, and they look for a lot out of him. Paul Piccarelli has talked about him as one of the top quarterbacks he's ever had at Sharpsville.
And pretty hard to argue with the multi-talented skill set of Summers. And Sharpsville will come out in that spread shotgun formation.
3 receivers will go to the right. Byerly, the lone receiver, to the left. Shotgun for Summers. Quick throw near side. Caught out here. And it's caught by White to 25 and pushed out at about the 29-yard line.
Get about, let's see where they marked this, about
9 yards.
They got about 9 yards and just a little swing past it. Jaden White, who I'm expecting to have a big year this year. He can catch the ball, can run the ball. He's very elusive as well.
Second down. And a yard here just underway from their own 29-yard line. Wing to the right side. Snap to Summers. Fakes a handoff. Keeps it up the middle. 30, 35. Jukes to the outside 40. Stutter step on the 45 and on his feet for a first down out near midfield.
And that's Colin Summers at his finest. Picks up about 20 on his first carry of the season. And a first down out to about the 49-yard line.
A runner and a passer is Colin Summers. Dual threat. Can do it all. And the more they have the ball in his hands, the better things go for Sharpsville.
And he's a guy that, he can throw the ball. He has a great strong arm as well. Plays baseball. Also an outstanding wrestler.
A do-it-all athlete. 2 receivers to the right, wing to the left side. Shotgun on 1st and 10 for Summers. Pump fake, firing long right side. On the run, cut by Byerly. 10, 5, touchdown! Done Byerly and the Sharpsville Blue Devils.
51 yards. Summers to Byerly, and the Sharpsville Blue Devils score in a flash to take a 6-0 lead.
Colin Summers picking up where he left off. Last year was Garrett Levis catching the long bombs, and it's Byerly's turn. A little shoulder fake, and Byerly running past the defender to make the catch for the touchdown, 51 yards, and Sharpsville on the board.
Wow. What a play, and you mentioned the kind of the shoulder fake there, and Byerly got a step, and it was a perfect pass from Colin Summers.
Rylan Piccarelli will attempt an extra point at the goal to our left. Byerly to hold. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. With 10 minutes and 53 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, it is Sharpsville 7, Wilmington nothing. We're back with more moments on your home for high school football, News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Would you love to have this pharmacy experience? You pull up and park close to the door. Walk a short distance to the counter. Have the pharmacist greet you by name. Wait just a short time for your prescription. Receive time to discuss your questions with the pharmacist and still pay the same copay as you would at a large chain store. This service is available at your fingertips at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy located at 1740 East State Street in Hermitage. Call us at 724-983-8451.
When the finest cuts of meat combine with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, you don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
We're back here. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Sharpsville Blue Devils opening drive, able to score. Hit the numbers on that drive, Bob.
3 plays, 80 yards, 1 minute and 7 seconds. Colin Summers, 51-yard touchdown pass to Dalton Byerly. And Coach Piccarelli talked about Byerly being the guy. You mentioned the Garen Levis replacement. And, boy, he looked just like Garen Levis right there in that first play.
Byerly made some big plays last year. Now the wide out, and now his chance to be the feature receiver. And, Sharpsville was not afraid to throw the ball long last year, take their shots down the field, and did that to perfection on the 51-yard touchdown pass from Summers to Byerly.
Last year, Summers threw 22 touchdown passes. That's a big-time number, adding to his career total as well.
Miller and Ben Miller deep to return, Piccarelli's kickoff. She'll go far side to Mickelin at the 13-yard line, straight up the field, 25 to the 30, runs over a man out to the 35 with a flag behind him. So the spot is at the 35. We'll check out the penalty. The Wilmington Greyhounds will come out on offense. The Hounds look like this on the offensive side with Buddha Book at quarterback, Tyler Mickelin and Ben Miller the halfbacks. In the wing T set, Aiden Garner the fullback. The split end is Freddie Zeppner, Will Bruckner, Willie Moore, Carter Orcovey, Rocky Serafino, Jacob Coulter, the offensive line, and Danny Leonard at tight end.
First flag of the 2023 football season. Colin Summers came into this game with 3,430 career yards passing. And he's looking to get to 4,597, so he needs about 1,100 plus to pass John Napotnick's career passing mark.
Penalties to move the ball back to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Book in the wing T set. Wings to each side, and Book with a keeper up the middle to the 25. Runs over a man. He's out near about the 28-yard line.
And I think he'll get a first down.
Just pushing up, they're going to move the chain. So mark him at the 20, actually mark him about the closer to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 on the end, went up about 11 yards after Buddha Book. Straight up the middle out of the wing T set, the quarterback keeper. Good for the first down. Book was in a battle in camp for the quarterback spot, but boy, can throw the ball. He's an incredible athlete, a good runner, so really gives them a very effective runner at the quarterback spot.
No question about that. He could be a really good fit for this offense.
Here's a handoff to Miller as he sweeps right to left, and Miller will pick up a couple of yards over that left side. Sharpsville defense plays like this with the defensive backs and Kevin McCullough, Aiden Pushkar, Colin Summers, Jaden White, and Dalton Byerly. The linebackers Jordan White and Kyle Vigotti, Kevin McCullough, Adam Spalding, TJ Locklear, Brian White will see time up front.
Miller last year, 550 yards rushing for this Hounds offense.
Zettner, the wide out to the right side on 2nd down and 8. Mickelin in motion. He'll take the handoff, tries to get outside, stiff arms a man that cannot get away from Jaden White, who pulls him down by the jersey at the 30-yard line for a loss of a yard.
Boy, that's some strength there by Jaden White, because we know how strong Mickelin is. And White was able to hang on with one arm and then pull him down for a yard loss.
And then Mickelin, it's a 5'9", 215, a strong runner. White had him by the jersey. He's only listed 5'8", 145, but showed strength there to pull him down. It'll be 3rd down and 9 as the Greyhounds move left to right, trailing 7-0 opening quarter, 9:09 on our first quarter clock. Zettner will split to the right side on the 3rd and 9. Book the quarterback with motion behind him. And they'll hand off up the middle. That's the fullback, Gardner. And Gardner to the 30-yard line for a yard, maybe the 31. And it'll be 4th down.
And that was big TJ Locklear was one of the guys here, that 6'3", 340-pounder, who fills the big gap in the middle there. There was no room to go for Gardner, so now 4th down and about 8 for Wilmington. They will punt it away from their own 31.
Byerly is set to return, as Mickelin will stand at his 15 to punt it away. First quarter, 7-0 Sharpsville, 8:18 to go here in the first quarter. Byerly stands at about the 34-yard line. And Miller of a high spinning kick. It's going to hit at about the 40 and take a Sharpsville bounce up to about the 46-yard line before it's covered there by Miller, and Sharpsville will have good field position just short of midfield.
A couple quick scores, Mark. Lakeview has taken a 7-0 lead over Seneca. Also, Mercer leads Iroquois 8-0. Mercer looking to win their area leading best 7th consecutive opening day game, which is tied with Slippery Rock right now. And also, Farrell and Northeast are scoreless. Farrell went 3 and out. Then on the punt, Farrell got the punt blocked. Northeast misses a field goal, so 0-0 between Farrell and Northeast.
Calvin McCullough will split to the near side. 3 receivers to the right side. 1st and 10 for Sharpsville, moving right to left, and the flag down. We're going to blow it dead here. Procedure going to go against the Blue Devils. So we'll reset 5 yards back and do it again.
Get the first flag on Sharpsville here in 2023.
Sharpsville first drive was 3 plays, 80 yards, and a 51-yard touchdown from Colin Summers to Dalton Byerly. Now with the ball for the second time. And move back to the 41-yard line. It'll be first down and 15. 7:58 on our first quarter clock. 3 receivers to the right. McCullough, lone receiver to the near side. In the back is White. Summers back to pass. Looking, firing deep right side for Byerly. Leaping catch. Did he hang on? I think he did. No, it comes out at the last moment at the 38-yard line.
Boy, there's a big hit that time as well. That was that Mastretta over there, number 21.
Yeah, Mastretta over there. Also saw Ben Miller in the area.
It looked like Byerly went up in the air, had it, and then got contacted. And when it went down to the ground, the ball came out. Byerly just a little bit, maybe kind of landed on the ball, maybe a little bit shaken up. But
he had to go high to get it. Had it in his hands for a moment, but then collision with the defender in the ground. It'll be second down and 15 from their own 41-yard line. And this time the handoff right side will go to White. White will push up to about the 43 and then be pushed back. Miller quickly to fill the hole defensively. They'll give him progress to the 44-yard line, and it'll be third down.
And that was Ben Miller there, one of the captains, 3-year letterman, the 5'10", 200-pound senior with a big hit there. So now third down and 12 for Sharpsville at their own 44. Sharpsville leads 7-0, 7:20 to go first quarter.
Byerly's going to go out wide to the right side. Pushgar is going to be over there as well. Wing to the left side in the shotgun for Colin Summers. Motion in front of Summers. Fake handoff. Loops a pass out right side. Going long for Byerly. He's got it at the 30, at the 20. He's going to go. 10-5. Touchdown, Sharpsville.
Oh, my goodness. 56 yards. It's deja vu all over again as Summers and Byerly do it for a second time here in this first quarter. It's 13-0 Blue Devils.
This time on 3rd and 12. Summers to Byerly. Byerly just on the boundary, right side outside the numbers. Streaking down the field, and Summers put it on his hands. And he made the catch and into the end zone for the touchdown. So 3rd and long didn't matter for the Blue Devils. Second touchdown, lead 13-0. Piccarelli on to attempt the extra point at the goal to our left. Got a hold of Byerly. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up, and this kick is good. Just through the right upright. And with 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the first quarter, it is now Sharpsville 14, Wilmington nothing. And we're back with more in a moment at your home for high school football, News Talk 790 and sports, lcsportsnet.com.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need. Plus, services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Sharpsville Blue Devils lead 14-0. It was a 3-play, 54-yard touchdown drive on 3rd down and 12. 56 yards on the pass from Colin Summers to Dalton Byerly. Ryland Piccarilli with a point after. And 2 offensive possessions, 2 3-play drives, and 2 50-plus touchdown hookups between Summers and Byerly.
Yeah, that was a dagger of a play there. I mean, it was 3rd and long, and if you're Wilmington and this young defense, you really needed to get out of that. And once again, the kind of the pump fake by Summers got the defender to bite, and just a beautiful pass to Byerly, and shows his speed. Summers now already with 116 yards passing in this first quarter and 2 touchdowns.
So Piccarilli set to kick it off. He'll tee it up at the 40-yard line for Micklin and Miller, who stand at about the 10. And this kickoff will go far side. Micklin going to grab it at about the 16-yard line. Cut to the middle of the field with a stiff arm at the 25. Flags behind him as he'll dive across the 30-yard line. He's going to finish the return at about the 32, but looks like this one is going to go back.
So the second kickoff for Sharpsville, and now a second flag on the kickoff return on Wilmington. That doesn't help.
Not at all.
Seneca has scored, makes it 7-6. Lakeview leading Seneca. 7 games tonight involving our local teams. Try to get you updates, of course. Halftime, Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard show.
Is Aaron taking care of that tonight?
Darren is off tonight.
Aaron, I said.
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron has this halftime show?
I do not know. I do not know. Good question.
First game. Hey, Aaron, get ready. You're going to do it. I just gave you the assignment. Wilmington, 1st and 10 after the penalty, back to the 15-yard line. And the flag's going to fly. And let's see what this one is. Dead ball offside. That's going to go against Sharpsville as they line up offside. As our head linesman tosses the flag, so we get 5 yards back.
Overcast day here, going into night in Wilmington.
It's been dry and it's warm, it's muggy. Wing tee set, Miller in motion, inside handoff, Micklin. And Micklin upended as he crosses the 22-yard line.
That was Jaden White again with the tackle.
Micklin going to pick up yardage out to the 22-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 minutes and 32 seconds on our first quarter clock. 14-0. The Sharpsville lead over Wilmington. Couple of touchdown passes. Summers to Byerly. Wing tee set there. Split Zettner out wide to the right. And this time it's going to be Miller on the toss. Miller going to push up for maybe about a yard at the most. Yeah.
And actually, he maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Well, maybe a yard there. I'd give him a yard, but not much.
Yeah, not much at all. Just scoot the chain up just a couple of inches. And 3rd down and a long 2 for Wilmington, moving left to right here in the first quarter, trailing 14-0.
Grove City has taken a 7-0 lead over Avonworth. Big game going on 96-7. Homan to Lutz. 6-yard touchdown on 4th and 4.
Wing tee set on 3rd and 2. Micklin in motion, takes the handoff, stiff arm over the right side, picks up a 1st down as he dives across the 25 out to about the 27-yard line. So second first down for the Greyhounds, first on this series.
Boy, that was a much-needed 1st down. You got to keep the Sharpsville offense off the field. And especially after you get 5 yards on a penalty, you really got to convert that, and they did.
Budebook, the quarterback, making his first start, number 1 for the Greyhounds. We'll send Zettner to the right side. Tight end left is Leonard. Wing T set with Miller on the right, Mickelin on the left side.
From the 27-yard line.
And the handoff will up the middle. We'll go to the fullback and diving across the 40-yard line. Out to about the 42-yard line, just into the game. Chase Mitchelltree, a freshman. He lined up at that fullback spot. Mitchelltree busted forward for the biggest gain for the Hounds on the evening.
Yeah, 15 yards there for Mitchelltree. The 5'9", 165-pound freshman had a big gap there. Big hole for Mitchelltree, the freshman, showing a little bit of speed and a biggest play offensively so far of the night for Wilmington.
Mitchelltree will stay in the game as the fullback behind the quarterback book in the wing T set. Miller and Mickle in the wings. Handoff again, this time to Mitchelltree, and this time Sharpsville was ready for it, no gain.
Yeah, there was a host of Blue Devils there. Kevin McCullough was one of them. Mitchelltree will get nothing. Wilmington, they have run 9 plays so far. This will be their 10th mark. All 9 have been on the ground.
This will be 2nd down and 10. To just short of the 42-yard line, moving left to right, trailing 14-0 here. Zettner will be wide of the right wing T set. Book, the quarterback, is back to pass. Looks, fires deep over the middle with the ball tipped and intercepted. It was tipped by McCullough, picked by Summers. Sharpsville football.
Yeah, it was a great defensive play there by Kelvin McCullough, the sophomore standout. He went up high and then batted it, and Summers came back to make the diving interception. So the turnover, and Sharpsville back with the football at their own 41-yard line.
Ball was intended for Miller. And Miller and McCullough both leaping for it. McCullough able to get a hand on it. Tip drill kept it alive. Summers on the spot to come back into the play and make the diving interception.
So the Sharpsville Blue Devil offense, and I just said they're not throwing a pass yet. So Wilmington trying to go down the field, and it does not work at all.
Spread set. Shotgun for Summers. 1st and 10. Fake to White. Summers to the right side. Scoots through a hole. Runs across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line.
Really, in a game like this, the thing that Wilmington can ill afford would be all the cliches, the turnovers, the penalties. And they've had a couple already in this first quarter. Couple big breakdowns defensively, biting on pump fakes. And right now, Sharpsville cruising up 14-0.
Push arm. Byerly will go to the right, and now switching sides, coming to the near side, and now with confusion, a timeout going to be taken as they move left and right and can't get set. So a timeout will be called by Sharpsville, and we will do the same with our score. 14-0, Sharpsville on top of Wilmington. 3 minutes to go in the first. Back with more in a moment on your home for high school football. News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, we greet you when you walk in, get to know you by name, and understand your health and health needs as if they were our own. What's more, we keep you informed of the most current health advancements. Of course, we also provide a full range of health products, prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and health supplies. So what's become of the neighborhood pharmacy? Well, if your idea of a pharmacy is more than health products, also health professionals who take the time to know you and your health needs, your pharmacy is right here at the Medicine Shop.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
2nd and 4 from the 47. Back to pass. Summers swings it on right side. Ball rolled and caught by Byerly. Tries to score down on a tackle but cannot. And he'll be short of the first down on what was a 3rd down and 4.
He got about 2 there.
I think juggled it, and that cost him.
I think, yeah, the juggling made him kind of go backwards a little bit to catch it. So now 3rd down and 2.
So that was 2nd down. Now we're at 3rd down.
3rd down, yeah, correct.
3rd down and 2, moving right to left. Blue Devils out of the timeout when they couldn't really get set. They lead 14-0.
Fairwind Northeast scoreless at the end of 1. How about that score?
2 receivers left, wing to the right. And motion man, and a handoff going to come near side, sweeping across the 50 to the 45-yard line is Kyle Vagati with his first carry, and he'll get inside the 45 down to the 44 for a first down.
That'll be 7 yards for Vagati and a big first down again for Sharpsville as they get into Wilmington territory now for their 3rd straight possession.
Vagati, a player that Coach McRilly talked about pregame and pregame interviews about something that could help them as a runner, and they get his first carry for the Blue Devils. Picks up the first down to the 44-yard line of Wilmington. Pushkar going to go out wide to the right with Byerly. McFeeder's tight on this near side with Vagati. Motion man is Pushkar. Fake handoff to him. Summers back to pass, looking left. Fires it deep down the field. White's out there. He's caught it. 10-5, touchdown, Jaden White.
Oh my goodness, what a play by Colin Summers. Spectacular play by Summers. A 44-yard touchdown pass, his 3rd of this first quarter, and Sharpsville now up 20-0.
But Summers under heavy pressure as there was 4 dark blue jerseys about to get into him, threw off his back foot as he saw White get open and hit him in stride at about the 11-yard line, and he finished it for the touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Colin Summers.
My goodness, but off balance, rolling to his left, heavy pressure, and throws a perfect pass down the field.
Pick really to the left for the extra point attempt, puts it up, puts it through. Flag comes down, so we'll check that out. Kick is good, and the flag will be assessed after. So we'll let you know when we come back. It's a 21-0 Sharpsville lead over Wilmington. We're back with more in a moment. Your home for high school football, News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
First quarters belong to the Sharpsville Blue Devils. Colin Summers, strong right arm. Last drive was 4 plays, 59 yards. Colin Summers, 44 yards on the touchdown pass to Jaden White. Piccarelli with his 3rd extra point. It is a 21-0 lead for Sharpsville. Roughing the kicker penalty will now allow Sharpsville to kick off from the Wilmington 45 as Ashe will kick off, and he will boot it into the end zone for a touchback. I'm Mark Slezak along with Bob Greenberg. Aaron Byro back at the studio. First full high school football weekend in Pennsylvania. Game today, games tomorrow as we get it going. And Sharpsville with an early jump here on Wilmington, 21-0.
Yeah, this is, boy, I mean, talking about a statement first quarter here. Sharpsville has done that and then some.
No doubt. Wide out to the left side will be Zettner in a wing T set. And the turn Here's the handoff, and that's Miller. Miller's got big yardage across the 40-yard line. Miller's in midfield. Miller's on the run to the 30, to the 20. One man to beat. Skips through the tackle, and he high steps into the end zone for a big touchdown run. Ben Miller puts the Hounds on the board.
80-yard touchdown run by Ben Miller. And just like that, Wilmington back into this football game with the lightning bolt by the senior running back.
Well, Miller coming from that right wing spot, able to blast through the middle, hit the numbers on the far side. It was off to the races. Byerly with a chance to grab him, but he's able to high step through the tackle, and he just kept high stepping it into the end zone for the 80-yard touchdown for the senior Ben Miller. Now it'll be extra point attempt line at the goal to our right. Book to hold for Winterslow. Snap puts it down, kicks it up, and kicks it through. And with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter, Wilmington gets on the board. Sharpsville 21. It's Wilmington 7. And we're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football. 790 WPIC and lcsportsnet.com.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need. Plus, services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
No, we got a track meet in the last couple of minutes. Colin Summers goes to Jaden White for a big touchdown of 44 yards. And then after the kickoff was a touchback. Ben Miller goes 80 yards for a touchdown. One play, 80 yards, 21 seconds for the senior. Winters with the point after, and Wilmington's on the board. They trail 21-7.
Paul Piccarelli told me that defense has been struggling, so that we may have to win 41-40 here tonight.
This play-by-play guy would be just fine with that. There's Winters with the kickoff. Far side toward the sideline and out of bounds. And Byerly over there and Will Vogan that let it go out of bounds. So penalty will go against the Greyhounds. I'm Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg here. Aaron Byro back at the studio. You'll hear from Aaron at halftime with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard show. Bob tracks the scores throughout, and Aaron does as well back in the studio. Also, Warner's returns as a sponsor for the fifth quarter scoreboard show that we'll hear after the game on both stations. So we got it all covered for you, just like before. We're all a year older, so we're all a year wiser and all a year better, right? Is that how that works?
Grayer as well.
You're a lot grayer than last year. Here's 4 wideouts. Summers, the quarterback in shotgun, takes a snap. Hands to White, stutter steps through the 35. Bounce outside with a block to the 40. Still on his feet, 45, and tripped up as he nears midfield. Zettner got him down at about the 48, but a first down run for Jaden White.
Yeah, 13 yards here for White. And just like that, the Blue Devils offense nearing midfield again as we're down to 1 minute to go in this highly entertaining first quarter.
No doubt. Longest drive for the Greyhounds has been 4 plays. 3 plays, and 4 plays for the 3 touchdowns.
By the way,
for the Blue Devils.
Farrell has scored on a Samir Wade touchdown, 8-0 Farrell over Northeast.
2 receivers right, 2 left for Sharpsville. Colin Summers in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to his right, then back to the left. Now fires deep over the middle. The pass is incomplete. You had White streaking down the middle, right on the hash marks near side, and overshot him by a couple of yards, falls incomplete. I think it's the first incompletion, right, for Summer?
He is now 5 of 7, so this is
second incompletion, okay.
And also, maybe missed route there. You had Puskar also right there in the middle there. You had a lot of Sharpsville players kind of right in the middle of the field, but either way, incomplete.
Yeah, luckily for Summers, there were no defenders there. And ball just overshot everybody. 2nd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Sharpsville with 21-7 lead here over Wilmington. 2 receivers to the right. A wing on the left side. Vigatti comes in motion. Fake handoff to him. Run for Summers up the middle. Crosses midfield. And then gets knocked down in Wilmington territory at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, big hit there on Summers. The first clean big hit of the day here for Wilmington Hounds Hammer defense.
It'll be 3rd down and 5. A big defensive series here for the Greyhounds. Sharpsville able to score a couple of times. We'll talk things over here as the first quarter ends. It'll be 2nd and 5 when we come, actually 3rd and 5 when we come back out. 21-7, the lead for Sharpsville over Wilmington. We're back with the second quarter when we return on your home for high school football. News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Get it all done at One Stop Mail in Hermitage. One Stop Mail is your go-to destination for all your mailing and shipping needs. From fast and efficient packing to reliable shipping services, One Stop Mail's got you covered. Plus, their printing and copying services will help you leave a lasting impression. Experience convenience and top-notch customer service all under one roof. Visit them today and simplify your mailing experience at One Stop Mail. One Stop Mail, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage, or follow them on Facebook.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
H-O-M-E, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end.
We don't have any HOMEs on record.
Call Reinhardt's Insurance, 724-342-2291. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
We're back here, second quarter action from Wilmington High School. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg, and first quarter dominated by Sharpsville. They lead 21-7.
Yeah, if we weren't ready to kick off this season, we are now. After that first quarter, we saw 4 touchdowns and a combined 330 total yards by the two teams. Sharpsville with 215 yards in that first quarter on 13 plays. Just an outstanding start to the season. And now Wilmington getting ready for a big play here defensively. They have a little bit of momentum back after the 80-yard run. If they can make a stop and force a punt, then they could get back into this game.
Sharpsville now moves left to right. You're in quarter 2. White uniforms with the blue numbers. Navy blue jerseys for the Hounds with white numbers and white pants. 2 receivers, Vigatti and Byerly, will go wide to the left. Push car here to the right side. Split backs. There's a shotgun set for Summers. Fakes a handoff, now gives the ball to White. White pushes up the middle, and he's going to be short of the first down. Pushes out to about the 45-yard line, needs the 43. Actually, even the 42 for the first down. So it's going to be 4th down and 3, part of the field where Coach Picker really likes to go for it.
And that was Bruckner and Mickelin double teaming White that time. He got stopped after about a yard. So now 4th down and 3. And you're right, I can't believe that Sharpsville would punt it away. They're going to go for it.
Feeders, the tight end, will come off. They'll bring in another wide out, and Calvin McCullough, he'll be to the near side amongst 3 receivers. 4th down, Summers back to pass, looks, fires far side, caught, Byerly, first down. As he is out near the 35-yard line, that'll move the chains. So mark him at the 36, pass and catch, Summers to Byerly for the first down.
Wow, just a little down and out there by Byerly. Obviously after the 2 big plays, getting a little bit of a cushion there. And Summers with the rifle shot. And the Blue Devils convert on 4th and 4. They're down to the 36-yard line now of Wilmington.
Byerly and Vigatti will go wide to the left. Push car McCullough to the near side. Shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 36. Summers back to pass. Steps up. Looks. Rolls left. Sidearms it out of bounds. Had Byerly kind of in the area. And just avoiding the pressure was Colin Summers. Threw it away.
Yeah, I think that was just Colin saw he couldn't get any real positive yards running, and there was nothing else open. made the right decision by throwing it away.
A little sidearm throw out of bounds. He's 2nd down and 10.
Mercer has scored again. Maddox on his 2nd touchdown run of the game. 16-0 Mercer over Iroquois.
2nd down and 10 here for Sharpsville, moving left to right. Summers 3 touchdown passes in that first quarter. 4 wides in the set on 2nd and 10. He's in the shotgun. Is Summers, takes the snap, looks left, fires left, short wide receiver screen. Byerly with a catch, 30, 25, and spun out of bounds for a 1st down. As he's down about the 22-yard line, but another passing catch, Summers to Byerly, and the 1st down for the Blue Devils.
It'll be about 13 yards here for Byerly. Actually, that may give him 14 on the play. As the Sharpsville Blue Devils nearing the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
Everybody just running straight darn through the red zone today. As every touchdown has been at least 44 yards here through a quarter and a few minutes.
Byerly, that's his 5th catch here the first half.
Receivers wide each side on 1st and 10. And the handoff to White up the middle. No real hole there as he struggled back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
That was big Carter Horcovy, the 220-pound senior. Clock down to 10:15 to go here in this first half. Sharpsville leads 21-7 over Wilmington, opening night here of the high school football season.
2nd and 10 from the 22. Byerly wide left. Push guard will go wide on the right. McFeeder's tight on the right side with Fagati outside of him. And shotgun for Summers with the sidecar of White. And the snap back to Summers, back to pass, pressure coming. Fires left side for Byerly, and it's incomplete. Got double coverage over there that time. As quickly the safety Mitchell-Tree was over to help out with Zettner, but the ball out of bounds. Good pressure that time by the Greyhounds as well.
Colin Raleigh there, the 220-pound sophomore, was in the face of Summers and forced that play to be thrown earlier than I'm sure Coach Lenny Grandy, the offensive coordinator, hoped for.
It'll be 3rd down and 10. Well, the 22-yard line, 9:54 to go first half. Sharpsville with a 21-7 lead over Wilmington.
Avonworth has scored 7-7 Grove City and Avonworth.
4 wides in the set, 3rd down and 10. Snap back to Summers, rolls right. A lot of pressure and the ball may have been deflected as he tried to flip it out to White at about the 25-yard line. I see one of the defenders, I think, got a piece of that one and knocked it away.
Man, was Micklin there. Either way, big pressure once again, and I think there's no question if you're going to beat Colin Summers, you got to really pressure him, and the Hounds have done a little better job here in this possession.
Officials confer. It would have looked like a grounding if you wouldn't have seen that the defender had deflected that. I think that was the quick discussion to make sure. And now it's 4th down. Sharpsville will go for it, 4th and 10 from the Wilmington 22-yard line. 2 receivers are wide to each side. And Summers takes the snap, looks left, pressured, hit, and sacked at the 34-yard line as Micklin is there to pull him down. Rocky Serafino there as well. And the first sack will result in a turnover on downs.
And they brought the house that time. There's no question, a big play here as the Hounds hammer coming up with their biggest play of the game to force the turnover on downs. So Wilmington with the ball back at their own 34-yard line, trailing 21-7 with 9:48 to go in this first half.
So 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds from their own 34-yard line in a wing tee set. Mitchell-Tree the fullback. Zettner the wide out. Book under center, flips it right side. Miller comes across to the left, and Miller to the 40-yard line, pushing 42, 43-yard line before they pull him down. 8 yards on the first down run for Ben Miller.
Almost maybe 9 yards on the play by Miller, who has 92 now on 4 carries. And this Wilmington ground game, 115 yards rushing in that first quarter, gets off to a nice start on their first run of this possession.
80 of that came on a Miller touchdown run. Here's the turn, the handoff, and that's the fullback. That's Mitchelltree, first down across the 50. Pyle still moves, 45, 43, down to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 Greyhounds.
That's 15 yards from Mitchelltree. And once again, he just ran very hard, kept control of the football. Sharpsville was trying to rip the ball out and had no success.
Jason Mitchelltree, a freshman back, 5'9", 165, just right up the middle. He's had a couple of good runs in this game. 1st and 10 into Sharpsville territory at the 42-yard line.
Coach Piccarelli talked in our pregame, concerned about could Sharpsville consistently stop Wilmington's ground game, and right now they have not done a good job here lately.
Wing T set. Motion man Miller. Pitch to Miller. Sweeping left. Stutter step and spins. Couldn't spin out of the tackle as McCullough had him. He is hemmed in by Spalding, and then McCullough able to finish him off as he tried to reverse back to the right. And he's pulled down for a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, Adam Spalding, the 6'2", 170-pound senior, really was the key on that play to force Miller back. And then McCullough with the finish here and a 1-yard loss.
7:56 to go first half. Sharpsville with a 21-7 lead over Wilmington. Zetner wide left. Wing T set. Book the quarterback. Fake a handoff. Booker to keep it outside. He has room. 40. Center set. And a stiff arm. 35. And he's thrown down. But it's not before he picks up a first down. Down at about the 31-yard line.
Be a pickup of 12 yards for Book. And a big first down there for the Wilmington Greyhounds as they're down to the 31-yard line of Sharpsville, trying to cut this to a 1-score game.
But the big run by Miller, the 80-yard touchdown, it makes you now be a little bit slower to react on that Sharpsville side. And then they've been able to hit the fullback run, and they've been able to hit the quarterback run, and now going a little bit deeper into that Wing T playbook after you kind of hit that big one and get everybody looking, hey, where's 26? We got to watch 26. And some of the other guys now coming up with big plays.
I think Wilmington just gaining a little bit of confidence here. 1st and 10 for the Hounds.
Zedner wide right, Wing T set, Book straight up the middle. The quarterback keeper picks up a couple of yards.
Yeah, they got 2 on that play down to the 29. Yeah, we've had 4 touchdowns in this game, and you mentioned, but neither team has gotten into the red zone.
No, they just run right through it. Locklear makes the tackle on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 8 with 6:37 to go first half on the 29-yard line of Sharpsville. Wilmington moving right to left here in this second quarter.
Opening weekend of high school football here in Pennsylvania. We have Hickory and Harbor Creek tomorrow night. Mark and I on 790.
Leonard will line up tight on the right side. Wing T set. Motion man Micklin fake to him. Give to Miller. Cut back 30, 25. Miller's got room to the 20. Miller still on his feet, and he's down inside the red zone. He's at the 15-yard line. Welcome to the McCandless Ford Mercer and Meadville red zone for Ben Miller at Wilmington. First down.
Ben Miller, 105 yards rushing now in this first half. And the Wilmington Greyhounds, what a contrast of styles here tonight, Mark. You have the Sharpsville Blue Devils that want to throw the ball, and Wilmington wants to run the ball.
And the first part of the first quarter was all Sharpsville throwing it, 3 long touchdown passes. The big run by Ben Miller at the end of the first quarter, the 80-yard touchdown, is kind of giving Wilmington great life. And they like the run game. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Book the quarterback under center. Motion right to left goes Miller. Handoff is going to go up the middle. That's Mitchelltree from the fullback spot. Mitchelltree to the 14-yard line.
And big Brian White there throws Mitchelltree to the ground. And is there
I think just had a couple guys kind of slow to get up and tying a shoe. I don't think there's a flag there. Just time to get everybody adjusted. You had from the Wilmington side, Jacob Coulter was a little slow to get up, but not long enough that the officials stopped playing. He has to come out.
Joe Lombardi tonight, referee, the white hat, veteran official. Been around for many, many years, has done a state championship game in the past, one of the best here in District 10.
2nd and 9 Wilmington, the 14-yard line, and Book gonna keep it. Tucks it right side. He's to the 15. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. He dives for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown. Buddha Book.
That'll be a run of 14 yards, and what a block by Tyler Mickelin. He was out in front of Book, and he led the way for Book to go into the end zone on the 14-yard run, and it's now 21-13.
All plays on the ground for the Greyhounds. And a chance to get within 7 with the Winters extra point with the attempt at the goal to our left. Book will hold. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 4 minutes, 37 seconds on our second quarter clock. With a score now, Sharpsville 21, Wilmington 14. We're back with more in a moment at your home for high school football. News Talk 790 WPIC and LCSportsNet.com.
In Hermitage, One Stop Mail is your go-to destination for all your mailing and shipping needs. From fast and efficient packing to reliable shipping services, One Stop Mail's got you covered. Plus, their printing and copying services will help you leave a lasting impression. Experience convenience and top-notch customer service all under one roof. Visit them today and simplify your mailing experience at One Stop Mail. One Stop Mail, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage, or follow them on Facebook.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind. And only the client.
We're back here, Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. And that drive, our longest of the night, as far as plays, 8 plays, 66 yards, and 5:11 for the Greyhounds. Buddha Book finishes off with a 14-yard touchdown run, and it's a 21-14 Sharpsville lead over Wilmington after the Winters extra point.
And one thing is clear, we haven't really mentioned very much, but both teams got very good kickers.
Yes.
Very impressed. With
Winters, a veteran, been around, and then Piccirilli has kicked well here in his first performance.
Piccirilli, by the way,
Liam Campbell, who's moved on to W&J.
Piccirilli is no relation to the coach, by the way. It's a lot of Piccirillis in Sharpsville, just not all.
Sharpsville sharing all around.
Right.
Hermitage as well, they're all around. You got to do the digging, they're probably all related back somewhere, right?
Lakeview is leading 14-13 over Seneca.
Byerly and White are set to return the kickoff from Winters. Put the foot into it, and Byerly will backpedal back to about the 3-yard line to the 10, 15, 20, and still 25 out to near the 25, and a flag comes in. So we'll sort this one out. A long high kick by Winters, but sorted out on another kick return penalty that we've seen. Check in with Joe Lombardi, and it's a hold against Sharpsville.
Iroquois has scored 16-7. As Mercer now leads by 9.
To put the ball back to the 23-yard line on the penalty. The hold penalty was down the field, so only in reality just a 2 yards from where they would have been on the return. But they'll take it.
So Sharpsville, who have not punted yet in this game, 3 touchdowns in their last drive. They got stopped on downs deep into Wilmington territory.
4:31 on our clock here in the first half. 4 receivers in the set. White in motion, Summers keeper. Hole up the middle, stiff arm at the 20 and out to about the 22-yard line. Nice play by Willie Moore to pull him down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a nice play, a big-time play, because if Moore doesn't catch him, it's definitely a first down and more for Summers. Picks up about 5, but it would have been maybe 15 or 20.
Linebacker made the play. Gain of about 5 there, so we'll call second down and 5. Sharpsville moving left to right in the white uniforms with the royal blue numbers.
And the new helmets.
Okay. Traditional white, but say the Ville on the side of the helmets. Sharp. 2 receivers right, wing to the side as well. Handoff, like a fake handoff, and Summers on a keeper. Left side 20, 25, and down at about the 27-yard line. Looks like he's short of the first down on what was a second down play. So third down and about a yard, it looks like, as they set the chains far side and put the ball just short of the 27-yard line.
And Avonworth has scored. They have taken the lead over Grove City 14-7. And as expected, great game going on up at Forker Field. And we're seeing a pretty good one here right now at Greyhound Stadium.
Third down and about a yard. Sharpsville has lived off the big play. 3 big play touchdown passes from Summers, 2 to Byerly, 1 to White. And third down and about a yard here. And a timeout going to be taken, looks like, by Sharpsville. So timeout of the action will do the same on the third down and 1 play when we come back. 2:54 to go in the first half. We'll take the break, 21-14. Sharpsville leads Wilmington on your home for high school football. News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Are you someone who has a bowl filled with medicine bottles? Discover the safe, secure, and convenient way to take your medications from the Medicine Shop in Hermitage with Script Ease, your meds easy as 1, 2, 3. The Medicine Shop in Hermitage provides you with the industry's best solution to manage your health care and medications. For more information, contact the Medicine Shop in Hermitage today or ask your healthcare provider how to schedule your in-home appointment today and start to live a healthier and happier life. Medicine Shop Pharmacy on East State Street in Hermitage or online at hermitagems.com.
I run a local business. With payroll, expenses, taxes, and equipment, taking care of business is a lot of work. But at my bank, I get mobile banking, online bill pay, and the financial advice I need to make the best decisions for my business. My bank is a financial partner I can count on.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind.
Third down, about a yard. Summers will be in the shotgun. McFeeder's in motion. Summers going to keep it, pound right up through the middle. He's got the first down. Quarterback keeper to the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. Either way, he's got the first down. The chains are going to move.
Yeah, that was really a no-brainer play there. No reason to do anything else. Just get behind your big offensive line and let them make a push, which they did.
The teams that constantly are out of the shotgun, like Wilmington, or excuse me, like Sharpsville is there, where you got to snap it to the quarterback who's 4 yards away, and your quarterback sneak has to be a 5-yard run. But they got it. First down. Ball just short of the 30-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Slot left as well. Snap to Summers, back to pass. Stutters, looks, now he's going to run, and maybe just back to the line of scrimmage. So maybe a yard to the 30 at most, so no sack on the play. Scrambles for what we'll call a yard.
Aiden Gardner with the big hit there. And Summers trying to make a little move there, but Gardner would have none of that. And you'll get maybe a yard as the clock continues to wind now, under 2 minutes to go in his first half.
Well, the momentum was all Sharpsville. And it turned quickly in a Ben Miller 80-yard touchdown run with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Since then, the momentum has been on the Hound side.
Remember, Wilmington gets a second half kickoff as well.
Second down and 9. Sharpsville still can strike at any time. We got a timeout.
The play clock was down to a second.
So with that, a timeout going to be taken by Sharpsville. We'll just keep it right here.
And give you a couple quick updates. Farrell up 24-0. Brandon Chambers on a touchdown pass from Cambron Smith. Lakeview leads Seneca 14-13. Grove City trailing now to Avonworth 14-7. And Mercer, they lead Iroquois 16-7. Mercer will be on the radio next week. We haven't officially announced it, but
sounds like you're doing it now.
I'm doing it right now as they head to Reynolds It could be a huge Region 1 game between Mercer and Reynolds.
Folks, if Bob says it, it's official.
It's official.
He's the boss. He
It's
makes the
official.
schedule. What else you got next week?
The other game, you and I will be heading across the border should be a very interesting game. Kind of one of those bucket list games for me, at least on the site. Get to go to Mollenkoff Stadium. Farrell takes on Warren Harding next Friday night. Driven by Mollenkoff Stadium. My relatives grew up there. My uncles played at Warren Harding and never had a chance to do a game there. And Farrell will play Warren Harding. Warren Harding, you know how great they've always been, so it should be a fun game next Friday night.
Sounds wonderful. Right here, it's a 21-14 Sharpsville lead over Wilmington. Colin Summers, 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Byerly, 1 to Jaden White. Ben Miller with a touchdown run, Buddha Book with a touchdown run for the Greyhounds. That's where we stand at 21-14. Minute 32 to go here in this first half. Sharpsville used their last time out there, Bob, to get things set. As you mentioned, the play clock was running low, so it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Sharpsville on their own 30-yard line, moving left to right. Summers, 2 receivers left, 1 right, back to pass. Summers loads up, goes deep, intended for McCullough. He's caught it! Throw the ball out of his hands at the last moment. He had it at the 30, and then he looked to see how far he was from the end zone, and the ball popped out of his hands.
Oh my goodness, what a pass by Summers to Calvin McCullough in stride. He bobbled it, looked like he caught it momentarily. Would have been at least 50 yards and maybe more, and then drops the ball. It'll be 3rd and 9 now for Sharpsville.
McCullough, as a freshman, was an outstanding defensive back, and we saw his great hands from the defensive side, and that's one he wished he could have back. It's now 3rd down and 9 from again at the 30-yard line with a minute 25 on the clock. 3 receivers will go to the right side, 1 left. Summers back to pass, quick throw, far side, caught. Byerly spins out of the tackle, 1st down, 40, 50, 45, runs over a man, and he's into Wilmington territory and down to the 37-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 33 yards for Summers to Byerly. What a first half these two have had.
Yeah, Dalton Byerly just made a quick curl, caught it, and then spun out of that first tackle. It was off to the races down that far sideline. For a 1st down into Wilmington territory at the 37, clock continues to run at 1:02.
And maybe a mistake by Byerly. Maybe could have ran out of bounds there and got a couple extra yards, but the clock is now running, and now the clock is stopped because the chains aren't ready. But could have maybe gone out of bounds, maybe a yard or two before that, giving up the extra yardage for the clock.
Clock stops at 58.
With no timeouts remaining, that could be a big one for Sharpsville.
So they're getting a little bonus timeout here as they work on the equipment.
So Sharpsville gets a break there because look at the chain got kind of screwed up over there, so they had to stop it because of that. But that stopped the clock. The clock should start now, I'd imagine, once the official sets it.
And he will, yeah. So the clock now runs 55 seconds. No more timeouts for Sharpsville. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 left. Sharpsville with a 21-14 lead here as we near the half. 1st down from the Wilmington 37. Snap back, shotgun to Summers. Rolls to his right. Now fires deep over the middle. Man wide open, caught it! Touchdown! Or is he down at the 1? No, they'll give it to Spagatti in there for the score. And Fischel saw the catch, checked it out, looked down, said, yeah, you're in. And Kyle Vigatti with a touchdown catch on another big throw by Colin Summers.
4th touchdown pass of the first half by Summers. He was wide open. I think the only thing that confused the official, maybe the soccer line there, maybe he didn't know which line was which, but either way, it's a touchdown. It's now 27-14 with 35 seconds to go in this first half.
Colin Summers to Kyle Vigatti for the score of 37 yards. Extra point attempt, snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. As Bradley Piccarilli puts it through. And Sharpsville now leads 28-14 over Wilmington with 35 seconds to go in the first half. Take a break, back with the final 35 when we return on your home for the high school football News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The second quarter is brought to you by Cash Dollar and Associates, where they have the client and only the client in mind. The client in mind.
7 plays, 77 yards, and 4:02. The touchdown was a Colin Summers pass to Kyle Vagati of 37 yards. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Summers. Kickoff going to roll out of bounds here near side. So penalty against the Blue Devils. And Wilmington will have the football with 35 seconds to go on the clock.
And it's one of those, if you're defending Colin Summers, it's you kind of pick your poison there, and you have to give up something. And that time, Vagati was wide open in the middle of the field.
He really was all alone. There wasn't a defender in sight.
And the only thing that was really in question was if would he catch the ball
and the back judge was standing right there, so he was the closest of all, kind of like the defender in the area. And then he got kind of a little bit spinned around when he spinned to see the catch made, and wasn't sure, is he on the 2, the 1, or was he in? And then into the end zone.
Third time that Colin Summers has thrown 4 touchdown passes in a game. Did it twice last year at Titusville and at Sippy Rock.
Wilmington has decided to have the penalty mark off instead of taking the ball on the out of bounds and just taking it at the 35. So now they'll go back and kick off at the 35 and give another chance to return here. Piccarelli going to have a low line drive kickoff, and it's grabbed by Micklin at the 30s on the run. 35, and he's out to about the 36-yard line. Good play made there by the Blue Devils. Nicholas Bell there to make the play.
Actually, a correction. This will be the 3rd time. The 4th time that Colin Summers will have thrown 4 touchdown passes in a game. He did it also 2 years ago against Wilmington.
Yeah. And he's done this in a half. So 1st and 10 for Wilmington. Been good at running the football from the end of the second quarter through, end of the first quarter through the second. Wing T set. And they're going to hand it to Miller, and Miller going to be spun down and thrown down for a big loss. McFeeder's there to make a big play. Timeout.
Timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. Wilmington's only thrown 1 pass. That was picked off. So I don't think there was any thoughts that Wilmington would throw the ball there. But Brandon Fillion, at this point, not satisfied. Could have let the clock run out there if he wanted to, but he does call the timeout with 24 seconds to go in the half.
No, that play hit for an 80-yard touchdown earlier in the game. So that's what the thinking was there, that we hit lightning in the bottle again, but that time, big play by McFeeders. And Miller pulled down. Wilmington took the timeout and just kept it here. So Colin Summers, 4 touchdown passes in a game, all coming in this first half. 51 yards to Dalton Byerly, 56 yards to Dalton Byerly, 44 yards to Jaden White, and then 37 to Kyle Vagati.
That 4th touchdown pass, by the way, Mark, the 40th touchdown pass of Colin Summers' illustrious career, as he closes in on the school record set by John Napotnick.
Do you have that number?
I will get that. Actually, it wasn't John Napotnik. It was Luke Henwood. I'll get that for you.
Motion, hand right side. Mickelin bounces it to the outside. Still on his feet at the 40, 45, and out of bounds near midfield. Clock's against you, but a good run. Clock stops at 21, but a good run. Stepping out of bounds to stop the clock. Wilmington still has a couple of timeouts in their pocket as well.
17 yards here for Mickelin.
Going to mark him at the 49-yard line of Wilmington. So much misdirection out of that wing tee of Wilmington. Miller going one way, Mickelin going the other way. Book has had a touchdown run and a couple positive runs. You got to keep an eye on him. And then Mitchell Tree has had a couple of good runs out of the fullback spot. So they've done a nice job. Coach, the referee Joe Lombardi comes over to the near sideline to, for a moment, talk to Coach Fillion about something. 21.8 on the clock.
44 is the school record for most touchdown passes by Luke Henwood, who coincidentally earlier this summer, Colin asked me about that record.
Huh? Does he want to know which game to come back to congratulate Colin Summers and hand off the golden football for the record, right?
So he needs 4 to tie, 5 to pass Luke Henwood.
One receiver to the near side. Wing T set. Miller in motion. Books back to pass. Looks, runs, and now runs 50 and out of bounds. Into Wilmington territory at the 48. It costs him about 8 seconds to get about 4 or 5 yards there.
So it'll be second down and about 6, down to 13 seconds to go.
Zettner really is the only receiver that was out in the pattern. And there were at least 3 white jerseys around him. So it'll be second down. About 6 here from their own, actually from the Sharpsville 47-yard line. 13 seconds, a couple of timeouts for Wilmington. Wing T set. One receiver is Zettner. Book rolls to his right, looks, fires pass, incomplete, intended for Zettner, just a little bit high at the 35. He got a hand on it, couldn't pull it in.
Boy, he had him too.
Yeah, he had Zettner over the middle. He also had Danny Leonard, the tight end, go down the numbers on the far side, who came open late. But pass incomplete, third down and 6 now, 7.3 seconds to go. Sharpsville out of timeouts. Incompletion there, stopped the clock. Wilmington has a couple of timeouts, but that may not matter.
Winter has a good leg, so if they would get something a little bit down the field, maybe they would consider a field goal attempt, but they'd have to get probably at least 20 yards.
Kind of into the wind a little bit right now, too. Keep that in mind. Mitchell Tree will go in motion, so empty set in the backfield behind Book on third down, and now whistle and a timeout for Wilmington. Wilmington takes time. We'll just keep it here.
And was there a delay game? There was going to be a delay game, but they, Sharpsville, the Wilmington coaches spot that and avoid the penalty.
So we had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdowns and timeouts used for both teams, and it's a pretty long half.
We pick up where we left off last year.
Last year, yeah, we seemed to, whatever game we were at was the last game of the night.
28-14 is our score.
That's where we are right now. At a 28-14 Sharpsville lead over Wilmington. Hickory and Harbor Creek, the game that Bob and I will have tomorrow. Hornets bringing back some quality skill players from a team that a bit of a roller coaster last year with the Hornets, and really were in a lot of games into the fourth quarter. Pulled off a couple of big upsets during the year, and there were times when you talked to Bill Dungy, you mentioned, he said, hey, we were as good as anybody and as bad as anybody in the region on various times last year. So Hickory tomorrow looking for that consistency as they take on Harbor Creek. Third down and 7, we're back at it. Mitchell-Tree will split out wide right, one back in the set, book back to pass, looks, fires, going for Mitchell-Tree, triple coverage, and he caught it, and the ball then pops out. Will they give him a catch, or will they call him incomplete? He caught it about the 15.
And the clock is at 0. And I think it's a catch.
The ball came out late, Bob. He had it, and I think he never controlled it. The ball walked away, so they're going to call it incomplete because they did not move the ball, and the half has ended.
Brandon Fillion is asking Joe Lombardi, because basically the argument could have been, okay, he caught it, went out of bounds. Could they have put a little bit of time on the clock?
But I believe the call was incomplete on the pass, because, yeah, it was along the sideline, and in traffic there was triple coverage over there. Book put the ball right on the money into the basket of Mitchell-Tree on the run. And then the ball popped out, I think as he was struggling to try to get out of bounds at the same time as catch the ball, because he knew he had to get out of bounds, and then just did not control it. So the half ends, and we are at the half. With the score 28-14, Sharpsville over Wilmington. We're back with halftime wrap up of the first half when we return, so stay with us as you're listening to high school football and you're home for high school football, News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
The field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank has experience when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
When the finest cuts of meat combined with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, we don't need anything else except a thirst and a feast. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub and Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub and Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
In 1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the sub of the game and play of the game.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg back with you from Wilmington High School. We are at the half, and at the half it's Sharpsville 28 and Wilmington 14. And here's how we got to that spot with 10:53 to go in the first quarter. 51-yard touchdown pass, Colin Summers to Dalton Byerly. Rylan Piccarilli with a point after, capping a 3-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. Sharpsville led 7-0. Sharpsville hits big again with 6:58 to go in the first quarter. 56-yard touchdown pass from Summers to Dalton Byerly yet again. Piccarilli with the extra point. It was a 3rd down and 12 play on the touchdown pass and catch. 3 plays, 54 yards on the drive, 14-0 Sharpsville. after a Wilmington turnover when McCullough tipped a pass and Summers came down with the interception. Sharpsville scored again, 4 plays, 59 yards in a couple of minutes. Colin Summers 44 yards to Jaden White. Piccarilli again with a point after. Sharpsville led 21-0. And then just moments later, after that, Wilmington got on the board on an 80-yard touchdown run by Ben Miller. James Woodard with a point after. So a one-play drive made it 21-7 at the end of the first quarter. After a Sharpsville turnover on downs, gave the ball back to Wilmington at their own 34. They go 8 plays, 66 yards, 437. A 14-yard touchdown run by Buda Book. Winters with the point after, and a 21-14 Sharpsville edge. And then just before the half, Colin Summers with his 40th career touchdown pass, 4th touchdown pass of the game. He goes 37 yards to Kyle Vagati, completing a 7-play, 77-yard touchdown drive in 4:02. And again, Ryland Piccarilli with the extra point, and we're at the half with a 28-14 Sharpsville lead over Wilmington.
And one thing to note that we were told late in that half, Dalton Byerly looks like he may have gotten hurt. He was down, so we'll have to keep an eye on him as they come out of the halftime locker room.
We are at the half. We're going to send it back to Aaron Byro. We'll have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report. Scores around the county, so stay tuned for that. We're at the half of the score. Sharpsville 28, Wilmington 14 on your home for high school football. News Talk 790 WPIC and lcsportsnet.com.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need, plus services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage, PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The halftime show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
And welcome to the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime report with yours truly, Aaron Byro. Thanks for listening to Week 1 coverage of Sharpsville at Wilmington on News Talk 790 WPIC with Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg on the call. Exciting one in Wilmington with Sharpsville taking a 28-14 lead over the Hounds at the half. Blue Devils quarterback Colin Summers with a monster first half with 4 touchdown passes. Wilmington with an 80-yard touchdown run from Ben Miller and a 13-yard touchdown run by quarterback Buda Book. Now let's get into scores around the county. Lakeview over Seneca, 21-13. Mercer, 16. Iroquois, 7 at half. Sacredtown 19, Maplewood 7. Mercyhurst Prep 21, Fairview 7. Avonworth 21, Grove City 14 at half. That is on Sports Radio 96.7 with Ryan Briggs and Colton Hoffman on the call. Farrell 24, Northeast nothing. Hubbard 27, Greenville nothing at half. General McLean 7, Slippery Rock 5 at half. Titusville 7, Franklin 6. Oil City Big over Warrens 46-0. And Cathedral Prep over Hoban Hoban over Cathedral Prep 13-12. Euclid, Ohio over Erie 7-0. And McDowell over Walsh Jesuit 28-20. In Karn City 8, Du Bois nothing. And that is our scores here at half. And big thanks to Lock, Stock, and Barrel, our halftime sponsor, for feeding our crew and supporting our local sports coverage this season. If you are listening, plan on taking a trip to the Shenango Plaza in Sharpsville and grabbing a sandwich and playing your lucky numbers. And stay tuned for the second half of Sharpsville at Wilmington on News Talk 790 WPIC with Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg on the call.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Thank you.
Every extra coin?
Thank you.
Every dollar bill. Here you go.
Thank you.
Every little bit.
Thank you.
Makes a great big difference.
Help the Community Counseling Center of Mercer County make a great big difference as they help furnish 300 students with backpacks filled with school supplies. Donate now to help the Community Counseling Center prepare students for the upcoming school year. To donate, go to cccmer.org/donate.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
We're back here at the half. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Thank you to Aaron Byro. Back to the studio with Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime scoreboard report. At the half, it is Sharpsville 28, is Wilmington 14. And to add to the halftime report, Bob Greenberg has the numbers from the first half.
Here are some of your halftime numbers for Sharpsville. They were led by Colin Summers. What a big first half for the senior. 9 of 15 passing for 255 yards and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Summers now with 40 career touchdown passes, trailing Luke Henwood's score record by 4. Dalton Byerly also a huge first half, 6 catches for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jaden White had 2 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown. Summers also had 8 carries for 30 yards. White had 4 carries for 16 yards. Vigotti had a catch for 37 yards and a touchdown, also a carry for 7 yards. Overall, Sharpsville 13 carries, 53 yards on the ground, 255 yards passing, 28 plays, 308 total yards at halftime for the Sharpsville Blue Devils. For Wilmington, They ran 27 plays in their first half, 24 of them on the ground. Ben Miller leads the way with 6 carries for 105 yards and a touchdown. Buddha Book had 5 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Mitchell Tree, 4 carries for 31 yards. Mickelin, 5 carries for 17 yards. Book was 0 of 3 passing. And 1 was picked off. Mickelin had a sack. Wilmington flagged 3 times for 25 yards. Sharpsville flagged 4 times for 25 yards. Overall, Wilmington, 21 carries, 197 yards rushing, no yards passing, 24 plays, 197 total yards at the half for Sharpsville.
Back with more halftime when we return. It's a 28-14 Sharpsville lead over Wilmington. We're back with more in a moment. You're home for high school football. News Talk 790 at lcsportsnet.com.
Home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
A home improvement hotline. How can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong. Pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Back here at Wilmington High School, Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. We are at the half. Wilmington Greyhounds and the Sharpsville Blue Devils. The Wilmington band just moments ago with their performance. Sharpsville band as well, entertaining at the half on with a bit of dry but muggy Friday night to start our season, and a 28-14 Sharpsville lead at the half. Colin Summers, 4 touchdown passes, has pretty much picked up right where he left off last year when he threw 22 touchdown passes and was the dynamic leader for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, no question about that. He has made some spectacular plays here so far tonight, and they need to make some more here because this game is far from over. Couple quick updates. Damian Maddox with another touchdown, a 20-yard run. Mercer now leads 24-7 over Iroquois. Also, Zach rolled a Skiles touchdown pass. Lakeview 27, Seneca 13 in the third quarter, both those games. Lakeview, of course, celebrating the unveiling of their new scoreboard about a week ago, and then found out about a day later that their bleachers were not safe. So they tried to do whatever they could to resolve it, even looking for an alternative site to host the game, but nothing worked out. So Lakeview had to give up their home game and travel to Seneca. Right now they lead, though, by 2 scores.
Seneca has a turf field up there, right? I think they do.
Yes, I believe it is.
They got at least to play on turf, but yeah, had to turn around and haul out. Fairland leading Northeast, and Hubbard over Greenville. A couple of other scores that Aaron had for us.
And looks like, from what I was told by their AD Ryan Harold, that they're going to have it resolved for their next home game against Maplewood. Basically going to rope off a third of the bleachers that are not safe. The other part of the bleachers are reportedly safe, so they're going to be able to still play some games. But you hate to see them lose a bunch of home games this year, but safety first.
No doubt. And this game would start off to a big Sharpsville lead with the 3 touchdown passes from Summers, and then Ben Miller got the running game going. Scored on an 80-yard run, and that gave Wilmington some life. They got a stop on downs, and then they were able to kind of run the offense, run the wing T offense, and came up with an 8-play, 66-yard drive that was engineered for a touchdown with the run by Buda Book, and that's the kind of offense they want. They want to eat up clock and have the ball, and they got the ball back late there in the half and did nearly hook up on a long pass play, but it's not a team that really wants to be playing from behind. It's a team that can really control the ball in the run game. They've got good running backs again this year, and Miller and Mickelin and Book can handle the ball. We've seen some good things from Mitchell-Tree. So it's just got to get to the point where they could dominate by having the ball as much as the struggles they might have this year stopping others.
And on the Sharpsville side, defensively, Coach Piccarelli talked about some of the struggles. That they knew they'd give up some yardage, which they have done here. And Wilmington will get the second half kickoff. So you get the feeling here this is almost a must score. The way Sharpsville's putting up points, Wilmington can cut this down to 1 score if they can drive and score to open up this third quarter. And on the other side, Sharpsville could really do some damage here if they're able to stop the Greyhounds. Quick look over, and I see Dalton Byerly. It looks like he's fine, which is good news. We heard he was down at the end of the first half, but I see him right at midfield, and looks like he's fine. So that's great news for Sharpsville.
Teams starting to gather back on the sidelines. Look like we are just moments away from getting started here in this second half. Football on the radio tomorrow as well. We'll have Hickory and Harbor Creek. Who's on the FM side tomorrow?
Shannick and Sharon.
Shannick and Sharon tomorrow as well. Wilmington will get the football to start the second half. They've got blue jerseys, navy blue jerseys, white numbers outlined in gold. White pants, blue helmets. Sharpsville white head to toe with the helmets, the shirts, and the pants. We've got royal blue in the numbers and the trim. Ryland Piccarelli tees it up on the 40. Mickelin and Miller are deep to return. Kickoff will come near side and be grabbed at the 11-yard line by Mickelin. Across the field, 20, 25, and just kind of works with the pile-out to near the 30-yard line.
Someone's helmet came off, and I think he's going to be flagged for that. That is Jeremy Cornelius. His helmet came off, and I think he's still engaged. I think there's a rule there that you're not allowed to engage if your helmet's off.
Yeah, he did run into the pile, minus the helmet.
So the ball right now at the 30, I think that's what the flag will be, but we'll see.
Well, they sort this out. The Wilmington offense, Danny Leonard, the tight end. The rest of the line, Jacob Coulter, Rocky Serafino, Carter Horkovi, Willie Moore, Will Bruckner. Freddie Zettner is the split end. Aiden Gardner has split time at fullback with Chase Mitchell-Tree, with Tyler Mickelin, Ben Miller, the halfbacks, and Buda Book, the quarterback, and they are marking the penalty off against Sharpsville. As you mentioned, Bob, the Sharpsville defense, Caden McCullough, Aiden Pushkar, Colin Summers, Jaden White, Dalton Byerly, defensive backs. Jordan White and Kyle Bugatti are linebackers. Kevin McCullough, Adam Spalding, TJ Locklear, and Brian White are the defensive line.
Yeah, it's a 15-yard personal foul, so kind of a bad break there. I mean, your helmet comes off. The last thing you want to do is stop and not engage, but that's the rule. So Wilmington will get it now at their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
The Book, the quarterback, with Mickelin on the left wing, Miller on the right, and a fake to Miller, and Buda Buck up the middle, 50, 45, and a first down run out near the 40-yard line into Sharpsville territory. Mark him at the 41 on the first down run.
First time we've really seen that play, and it worked for 14 yards for Buda Book now, who has 57 yards rushing on 6 carries.
11-yard run on a similar play on the first time he had the football. Book has shown his versatility, as you said. 57 yards, was a good receiver, gadget play thrower, and runner for the Hounds a year ago. And now in at quarterback. Zettner will split to the near side. Micklin on the left, Miller on the right. Motion man, hand to Miller, up the middle, 40. Cut outside, 35, 30. Into the 3 at the 25. Cut back at the 20, down at the 10. And he's inside the 10-yard line with a flag on the play. And that may tack on the tackle.
And we have also an injury on the field as well. Calvin McCullough gets up very slowly.
You're going to mark the ball on the carry, down right around the 10-yard line. A couple of flags came in on the tackle.
A 31-yard run as it speaks right now, as it sets. And the flag is at the 14. See what Joe Lombardi tells us.
It's a face mask, that's what it was. The two trail officials both saw it, so it'll be half the distance to the goal and a trip into the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone for Wilmington, as they'll mark the ball right about the 5-yard line.
So a 31-yard run for Miller. And now it's 1st and goal on the penalty down to the 5.
Leonard going to be tight on the right side. Zettner wing, and now wide to the left. Gardner the fullback behind Buddha Book. Micklin left, Miller right. 1st and goal from the 5. Book under center, motion behind him. Book with a keeper, tries to run it left side. They got his jersey. Now he goes back to the right side. Gets a block. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he's in. Buddha Book couldn't find room to the left. Spun it back to the right. Got a huge block and a 5-yard touchdown run.
And that's just an athlete play right there. Not many players able to make that play. Kind of a broken play. Then he got somebody grabbed his jersey, and then he spun away, and then he went all the way across the field for the longest 5-yard run you're going to see. But just like that, Wilmington has cut it to 28-20.
I think it was Miller on the edge that made that block to seal it. And it'll be Winters on to attempt the extra point to go to our left in what is now a 28-28. Book will hold. Snap is back. Ball is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 10 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, the Wilmington Greyhounds have cut the lead. It's Sharpsville 28. It's Wilmington 21. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football, News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
If you're thinking about a move to a senior living community where you can receive help with daily living, consider the Heritage or the Ridgewood at St. Paul's in Greenville, Pennsylvania. The Heritage and the Ridgewood are personal care residences offering private apartments with as much assistance as you need, plus services like meals, housekeeping, transportation, and social and spiritual programs. Call today for more information. 724-588-7610. St. Paul's provides equal housing opportunities.
The 4th quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Not the 4th quarter just yet, Mr. Byro.
Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg. I knew you were going to say something, Frank. I'm going to wait. 3 plays, 55 yards on the touchdown drive. Took 107. Buddha Book with a 5-yard touchdown run. Winners with the point after. And Wilmington, as you mentioned, maybe a must-score drive. Well, they did it right there. And they've cut the lead to 28-21. This is the 2nd time that they have cut the Sharpsville lead back to 7. Sharpsville had one time it led 21-0.
Hubbard now leads Greenville 35-0. The mercy rule into effect. So the Mike Menold era not starting as he hoped. The new coach, tough setup for Greenville. Open up in Ohio against a team that played last week.
Yeah.
But hopefully for the Greenville Trojans' sake, they will learn from this, but still down 35-0 in the 3rd.
Byerly and Vigotti are back at about the 5-yard line to return the kickoff from Winters, Wilmington. Here's the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. And Winters with the foot into it. And a high kickoff. Byerly back to the 2-yard line to return. Up to the 10, 15, hold of the 20, 25, and down at about the 28-yard line.
So Byerly with the nice return, and Sharpsville back on offense, now leading by just 7, 28-21 here.
Jaron Lorenz able to make the play. Offense for Sharpsville. Colin Summers, the quarterback. Jaden White, Kyle Vigotti at the backs. Aiden Pushkar, Dalton Byerly, Calvin McCullough will be wideouts. I didn't see White out there on the kick return, so we'll see if he's out there on the offensive set. Byerly wide left, high snap. Summers going to grab it and run. Vigotti opened as the back beside Summers. Here comes a flag in late after the play as well.
So Summers gets about 2 yards, but in a late flag. Dead ball, personal foul against Sharpsville. Oh my.
Rest of the offense up front. Aiden McFeeder's the tight end, Kevin McCullough. Noah Schmidt the tackles, Josh Myers, Brian White the guards, Nick Bell the center. Then defensively for the Hounds, Rocky Serafino, Jacob Coulter, Colin Rowley, and Carter Orcovey, the defensive line. Tyler Mickelin, Willie Moore, Aiden Garner, the linebackers. Freddie Zettner, Michael Mistretta, Ben Miller, Buddha Book, the defensive backs. So penalty put Sharpsville up against it here. Back to the, 16-yard line.
Yeah, because of the dead ball, it's second down. So it's second down and probably 22 or 23 or whatever. So that's a double whammy for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, they get to the 39 for the first down, 16, so second and 23. So count the play and then the 15-yard penalty. Vigotti the back to the right of Summers. Two receivers left. Summers takes the snap, looks right, and fires into the flat wheel route pass. Incomplete, intended for Vigotti, and Aiden Gardner there to poke it out.
Yeah, really a nice play defensively by Gardner. Went stride for stride on that wheel route. Vigotti with some speed there, but it is now third down and 23 for the Blue Devils at their own 16-yard line. Mitchell Tingley, a 90-yard touchdown run for Lakeview. 40-13, Lakeview Tingley over 200 yards on the ground here tonight.
He's continued where he left off. Great year last year for Tingley. Two receivers left, one right, and what is now third and 23 for Wilmington. Summers back to pass. Looking, pressure coming, he rolls to his right. Now more pressure, continues to roll to his right. Now loads, fires deep down the field, and is tipped away. Intended down the field for Pushkar, but defensively, Freddie Zettner there to tip it away down at about the 35-yard line. And a punting situation for the Blue Devils.
And this will be the first punt of the game for the Sharpsville Blue Devils. As my, oh my, Sharpsville led 21-0 in the first quarter. And Wilmington getting the ball back here could tie this game up with a score.
So Ashe will be back to punt. He stands inside the 5-yard line. Book and Miller near midfield to return. Summers laid on in protection. And Ashe, couple of steps, low line drive punt will bounce. Miller will grab it at the 43. Outside into about the 50 and then steps out of bounds. Jaden White, starting running back for Sharpsville, defender as well. Don't see him out there at all, Bob. Don't see him on the sideline either right now. So Sharpsville looks to be without one of their starters here for the second half. First and 10, they officially mark the ball at the 49-yard line of Sharpsville.
And that would be a pretty big loss.
Yeah.
He had multiple big plays in the first half, did Jaden White.
Started both offense and defense, yeah.
A couple big tackles as well, so we'll see if we can get an update on that. Wilmington will start at the Sharpsville 49 now, 1st and 10.
Zettner wide left. Miller right, Mickelin left as the halfbacks of the wing T set. Timeout going to be called by Wilmington as the play clock is about to run out and they weren't set. So Wilmington takes time. We'll do the same. It's at 28-21. Sharpsville lead over Wilmington. More in a moment in your home for high school football. This is News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
My car does more than take me from here to there, and I expect my insurance to do more too. That's why I chose my agent and Erie Insurance. They offer first accident forgiveness and the service I deserve at a price I can afford.
Your Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291.
Erie Insurance services are provided by one or more of the following insurers: Erie Insurance Company, Erie Insurance Property and Casualty Company, or Flagship City Insurance Company, home offices Erie, Pennsylvania, or Erie Insurance Company of New York, home offices Rochester, New York, an equal opportunity insurer.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
And we're back here. It'll be Wilmington football off the timeout. Starting the drive on the Sharpsville side of the field at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10.
Northeast scored. Farrell, though, leads 32-7 in the third quarter there. Avonworth has scored again. They lead Grove City now 28-14. And it'll be 1st and 10 here. I'm sure Brandon Fillion hated to use that timeout on the first play from scrimmage, but 5 yards could be the difference. So saving those 5-yard penalty if they would have got called for a delay.
Yeah, no doubt. So Zettner will be to the near side. 2 backs in the set this time, and the pitch to Mickelin. And Mickelin pushing it down inside the 45, down to about the 43.
That was just power football there.
First time we've seen them line 2 backs in the set. And traditional wings and 1 fullback in the wing T set for the first half, so slight adjustment.
Coach Piccarelli was concerned before this game. He said did not have a great week of practice, and right now it's
Mickelin lines in the backfield again beside Mitchell Tree. They'll give it to him. They'll power it right side down to about the 40-yard line. Be about a yard short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1.
So that was Kevin McCullough with the tackle, but not after a big 4-yard run by Mickelin.
Well, big power runners, and Miller at 5'10", 200, and Mickelin at 5'9", 215. Both have good speed, both very strong and experienced as well. To be 3rd and about a yard. Wing T set now, traditional. Book under center. Book with a keeper. Straight up the middle, they push him from behind. He's going to get good yardage and down to close to the 35-yard line. A first down for the Greyhounds.
And that is just really an easy 1 yard there as Wilmington's offensive line flexing their muscles on that play.
One of the things that Coach Piccarelli, just to add on to your point where you said he was worried about the run game, he said, hey, we're going to start with 4 linemen. We might have to use 5. We might have to use 6, depending on what happens up front. And they've made some changes. Will Vogan, sophomore, is now in there at right outside linebacker. In for White, first down and 10. They mark the ball at the 35-yard line. Wing T set. Motion man is Miller. They'll pitch it to Miller. Miller has room to the outside 35. Cut back 30. Still running. 25, 20. Still running. 15, 10. It's a sprint to the end zone. They're not going to get him. Touchdown. Ben Miller. 35 yards.
Ben Miller with another touchdown run. Spectacular run there. And actually, is he limping there? Is he coming off the field after the end of that play? I'm not sure what happened, but he is limping a little bit. Either way, it's 28-27 now on Miller's second touchdown of the game.
That last one was an 80-yard sprint. This one, he's left, he's right, he's middle. Probably ran about 55 yards for the 35-yard touchdown. And this kick from Winters could tie the game. Going to the left, Book to hold. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, kick is good. Tie game. 7:48 to go in the third quarter. And it's now Sharpsville 28, Wilmington 28. We're back with more in a moment. Your home for high school football, News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Grower, you know what it takes to thrive in the field. My bank understands and respects that. When you've got a financial partner working alongside you, it makes the days a little easier and the numbers all add up. My bank is experienced when it comes to agriculture. My family's been doing business with them for a long time. I'm independent, and so is my bank.
Mercer County State Bank, member FDIC, your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at WarnerConstruction.com.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
4 plays, 49 yards in 2:04. Ben Miller with his second touchdown run. This one 35 yards. And then the fourth extra point kick by Winters. We are tied at 28 with 7:48 to go in the third. Kickoff by Winters is going to hit at the 5 and go out of bounds. So we'll either be free kick or Sharps will take the ball, and the Sharps are going to run the offense out there, so they want the ball.
Iroquois with a pick 6 in the fourth quarter to cut it to Mercer 24, Iroquois 21. And let's see, Sharpsville will elect to take the ball at the 35.
Yep. So Sharpsville first and 10 at the 35. Last drive kind of backfired early, and now we've got Whistle's official timeout. The last drive, they got their first a short run about a yard or so, and then a personal foul penalty moved them back. And they got short-circuited last time they had the ball. They've had some big plays, 4 touchdown passes from Colin Summers in the first half, and we're now tied at 28. It was once a 21-0 Sharpsville lead. Here's Summers back to pass, rolling left. Fires, little hook pattern, caught by Byerly, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 7 or 8.
And as you had mentioned, Jaden White is not playing, and he had a big touchdown catch in that first half. Had a very good role on the defensive side, and now he is out of the game.
So it'll be second down. We'll call about 2 here. And Sharpsville moves left to right here in this third quarter. 3 receivers in the set. McCullough comes in motion. Keeper for Summers up the middle. Big run, 50, 45, and he's got a first down as he's into Wilmington territory. Right around the 45-yard line.
And we can see our first cramp of the game, it looks like.
Yeah.
Pick up 12 yards for Summers.
Double-legged cramp. One of the Greyhounds laying down to the 45-yard line. So the training staff will check him out.
First night of high school football here, 2023. And we're seeing a thriller right now. Who would have thunk?
Oh, I know. Even the way it started, it looked like it's going to be all Sharpsville. And that Ben Miller, the senior, 80-yard touchdown run with about 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Before that, it was all Sharpsville. And then since then, Wilmington's been in the game and have eventually had a couple big plays defensively. and have tied things up.
Miller, by the way, mentioned him, 8 carries now, 171 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns. So he's having a monster game on the Greyhound side. And do we get the number on who is down there?
No, I have not been able to say for sure, so I don't want to speculate.
One of the Hounds players.
Yeah.
And
But there's cramping in both legs, so they're just taking their time. And it's Mickelin.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Especially on the defensive side, inside middle linebacker. You want him out there, but he's have to come off.
And unfortunately, you get these early part of the year games, humidity high. I mean, you can drink as much water as you can, but it's difficult. And then once you start getting the cramps, it seems to persist. So they'll get some fluids in the Mickelin best he can. He gets off the field under his own power pretty good, but he will be out. And key point of the defense, or key player on the defense, is Mickelin. So it's 1st and 10. Sharpsville at the 45-yard line of Wilmington. The snap to Summers, rolls to his left, steps back, fires long, intended for Byerly, but the pass is wide. Ball ends up bounding onto the track, incomplete. And a lot of attention being paid to Byerly, who got free long a couple of times in that first quarter. That time you had the defensive back, Zentner, the corner, and then the safety help over there by Mitchell Tree as well. Really try to keep an eye on Byerly.
And I think at this point, they forced Summers to his left. Didn't have a lot of room over there on the short side, and that really forced him to throw the ball up for grabs down the field.
3 receivers right, including the tight end McFeeters. 1 to the left on 2nd down and 10. Snap to Summers out of the shotgun. Looks, now avoids the rush. Runs to his right, fires deep, going for the end zone, incomplete, over the head of McCullough. And a flag down back at the 45-yard line.
So and that's what I meant. You get Summers out into that area where he's scrambling. He is so dangerous. Saw McCullough down the field, just overthrew him, and now let's see what this flag is all about.
You think about, and you hear about that a lot, the scramble type plays, the scramble drill, like when you look back and you see your quarterback is rolling out and running around, find a spot, go deep, and it works often for Sharpsville. That time McCullough had a seam, but the ball was overthrown as he was on the run. Now let's see what this penalty is. Maybe a procedure call against Sharpsville, and the penalty declined.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Chelsea Fillion is here somewhere.
Yeah.
As I call it, the Chelsea Fillion Bowl. Paul Piccarelli, her father, Brandon Fillion, her husband, coaching against each other here tonight. I'm sure she is on pins and needles right now.
Now in a tie game. Here's 4 wideouts in the set on 3rd down and 10. Quick throw, right side, caught by McCullough. Center step 45 to the 40 with a seam, to the 35, and a 1st down.
The ball loose.
Ball may have come out late. Let's sort it out.
I saw a beanbag, but I think he recovered it. And it will be a 1st down on an 11-yard pickup on 3rd and 10.
So McCullough backed down on it. If he was the one that lost it, it's at the 34, so it's a 1st down. Move the chains. As McCullough makes a big catch there on 3rd down.
John McClain leads Slippery Rock 21-12, late 3rd quarter there. And we are down to under 7 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter here. And Sharpsville with a big 3rd down conversion there.
Push guard McCullough to the right. Here's a keeper by Summers. Get another high snap. Takes the timing kind of off that play as he faked the handoff to Vigotti. Gets down to about the 33-yard line, so gain of about a yard, 2nd and 9. Serafino there on the tackle for the Greyhounds. 28-28 our score, 6:21 to go 3rd quarter. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg. Aaron Byro back at the studio. Great way to start this high school football season with this nail biter that we got going here at Wilmington. 4 receivers in the set. As they'll move the tight end, McFeeters, in the slot left, back to pass to Summers. Looking left, firing long, intended for Byerly. The pass is incomplete. Step for step on that coverage was the defender, Freddie Zettner, that time on Byerly. Zettner a little slow to get up. He might be cramping now.
And Byerly looking for a flag, did not get it. And now we have the injury stoppage because of the cramping.
This time Zettner, who was stride for stride with Byerly, did not bite on little shoulder fake that time, and able to hand fight his way down that sideline. No penalty on the play, incomplete pass. Maybe 3rd down and 9.
So another big 3rd down coming up. Yeah, we have time for a timeout here.
We'll take a quick injury timeout. We'll start at 30. We'll see where we go. We'll take a break. 28-28 our score. Back with more in a moment on your home for high school football. News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
When the finest cuts of meat combine with just the right amount of fire and seasonings, you don't need anything else except a fork and a plate. Get ready for the most amazing dining experience ever.
When you're out with your friends or looking for a place to stop before or after the games, Vay's Pub & Grill is the place for you. Open Tuesday through Saturday with happy hour daily from 4:30 to 6:30. Vay's Pub & Grill, East State Street in Hermitage.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
All right, so we're back to action here. Zettner will come off. It's 3rd and 9, and then all of the Wilmington line jumped on the hard count there by Summers. There'll be an offside against the Greyhounds. About 4 players jumped. And here's the thing to keep an eye on, and with longtime coaches like you have at Sharpsville. They're going to know that Freddie Zettner, who has been pretty good in coverage here in this second half, is no longer out there. And Michael Mistretta now playing that boundary corner on the far side, matched up against Byerly. Back to pass. Summers fires over the middle, and it's through the hands of the tight end. McFeeters had it for a moment. They could not hang on to about the 20-yard line. A little bit high. Had hands on it, but could not bring it in. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Colin Summers not happy about that throw more than anything. Just McFeeters had space just a little bit too high for him to grab.
So it'll be 4th down at about 4. Ball on the 28-yard line of Wilmington in a 28 game.
Boy, a huge play here in this football game.
Byerly will come to the near side, matched up against Buda Book. 4 wides in the set on 4th down. Summers back to pass. Fires into the flat. First down catch. Vigotti has it. He's inside the 20. He's inside the 15. He's down near the 10. So a little swing to Kyle Vigotti, and he makes a big play out of it and picks up the first down.
Picks up 19 yards on the play, Vigotti. And a huge first down. It looks like it could be 1st and goal as Sharpsville's entered the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
Yep, the chain gang standing together, having a chat, so no need to stretch them out. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Summers has Vigotti to his right in the shotgun formation, and Byerly out wide to the right. Takes the snap, looks, now fires, slant pattern incomplete through the hands of McCullough. And again, that's another one of those kind of crossing patterns. Got some juice on it on the pass from Summers, and McCullough couldn't bring it in.
And we'll set up 2nd down and goal from the 9.
We'll be down to the 10-yard line for 2nd down and goal.
Down to 5:11 to go here in this 3rd quarter.
28-28 the score. Sharpsville knocking on the door. McFeeters and Pushkar going wide to the left. McCullough and Byerly wide to the right. And now Byerly in motion, right to left. Snap to Summers, flips it out, and the pass caught by Byerly. 3-2-1, and he's in for a touchdown. Dalton Byerly for the 3rd time in the game with a touchdown catch from Colin Summers.
The 5th touchdown pass of the game for Summers. That's a career high. And Sharpsville has retaken the lead here, 34-28.
10-yard touchdown pass from Summers to Byerly. 5 touchdown passes for Summers. And Picker really trying to make it 5 for 5 on extra points. Here's the snap. Ball is back and down, and the kick is up and good. And Sharpsville regains the lead. They're Blue Devils. Now with 35, they lead Wilmington 35-28. We're back with more in a moment on your home for high school football. News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
1973, something wonderful happened in Sharpsville. That's when Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of now over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. They still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also offers burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Call 724-962-5503. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, proud sponsors of the sub of the game and play of the game.
The drug landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. A synthetic opioid up to 50 times stronger than heroin, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health, Inc. in Mercer, PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Hermitage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
35-28, the lead for Sharpsville. The Pickering kickoff is going to bound near the sideline and finally be tracked down by Micklin. He goes all the way back to about the 5-yard line. Now cuts it up the middle of the 20. He's got room now to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, and down near the 44-yard line. So a kick that Micklin really thought was going to go out of bounds, bounded past him, went back and got it, and come up with a big return to put Wilmington back in business.
And Micklin, that's good news because he had left a little bit earlier with those cramps. At least we thought it was, so he's back, and obviously he's okay.
Last touchdown drive, 11 plays, 65 yards for Sharpsville. Took 2:41 to get there. 10-yard touchdown pass from Colin Summers to Dalton Byerly. Byerly's third touchdown catch. And Colin Summers' career-high 5th touchdown pass, his 41st career touchdown. And now they will go with a double tight end, double wing set. Gardner will be the fullback in the set. No wide out. Book flips it near side. Miller stutter step at the 25. I'm sorry, the 45, and then up across the 45 out to about the 48-yard line.
McCullough with the tackle, about 4 yards there for Miller. By the way, that touchdown pass by Summers, the 10-yard pass, puts Summers over 300 yards passing here tonight. We're still just in the third quarter. 303 yards passing, 5 touchdowns.
It'll be second down and about 6. Wing T set. Micklin and Miller the wings. Miller in motion, pitch to Miller, up the middle, 50. Miller still pushing, and out inside Sharpsville territory, down to just short of the 45. And that's going to move the chains.
Yeah, he got the first down.
Got Jacob Coulter, the 6'2", 275-pound sophomore, trying to stretch out those calf muscles after every play, so he might be cramping a little bit. Not coming out of the game, though. Zetner has had some issues with cramps. He's stretching out here on the sideline. He's not out there right now as he go with the double tight end set, using Mitchell-Tree on the tight end spot on that right side. Wing T set, motion man Micklin, give it to him. Micklin up the middle, 40, breaks a tackle with a spin, and down near the 36. And about 9 yards for Micklin. It'll be second down and 1. Wilmington coming right back. 3:36 to go, third quarter, 35-28, Sharpsville leads.
And what a game we are seeing here tonight. As I was getting ready to put together all our elements for the weekend of football, the one thing I added today, which I've not had the last few years,
what'd you add?
Was overtime sounder. Overtime rejoiner. We didn't have one.
We needed it. Oh.
And who knew? Maybe we do. I don't know.
I'm okay with that. Wing T set. Micklin in motion. Crisscross in the backfield. Book's going to keep it. He's got a first down. Flag behind the play as it gets to the 30 and out of bounds, and we'll see what this flag is.
And it looks like that could be coming back. It's way behind the play with that flag, and it's coming back.
So that penalty will take away a first down. I said it was Mitchell Tree, but it's Jamie Miller who's in there as the extra tight end, 5'7", 190, a sophomore.
Try and get some information on Jaden White. Nothing yet. But obviously he is not playing.
He's not played in the second half, right?
Iroquois has scored again. This is a wild one in Mercer. Mercer 31, Iroquois 28 with 2:33 to go in the game.
Mercer's long-time opening week win streak in peril.
Slippery Rock, they were tied with Slippery Rock, and Slippery Rock is losing right now. So,
second down and 10. Fake handoff to Micklin, give to Miller, near side, spin to the 40, bounces it outside with a stiff arm to the 35, and down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line.
And now we have, I think, an injury as well.
First down on the run, injury timeout.
13 yards for Miller, who now has 194 on the ground.
And his cramps again, and this time it's Aiden Miller, the fullback. So we'll take a timeout while they work on Aiden Miller. With the score, 35-28, Sharpsville on top. Back in a moment on your home for high school football, News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
All right, it was Aiden Garner, and he is up and off under his own power. Just another set of cramps. And Brandy Sanford, the trainer, is getting her workouts tonight.
She is
training staff.
Definitely getting her money's worth tonight.
So it'll be first and 10 on the run from Miller. So mark it at about the 32 of Sharpsville. Sharpsville with a 35-28 lead. Moving right to left. Motion man is Miller. Fake handoff. Book with a keeper. Gets a block from Miller on the corner. And they'll bang down inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line.
About 6 yards here for Book. And Wilmington right now over 300 yards rushing as a team, and we're still in the third quarter.
It'll be second down. We'll call it 4. Moving right to left. 2:18, as Bob said, to go here in the third. Miller wing to the right. Micklin wing to the left. Mitchell Tree now the fullback, and flags are going to fly. May have offside there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It is. Offside penalty. And that's going to be enough for a first down.
That is the 8th flag on Sharpsville in this game. Then 6 on Wilmington. Kind of what you expected in week 1 with only one exhibition game.
Officials are using that wireless system that they can talk to each other.
Yes.
And that really moves the game, even though it's been a long game, penalty-wise, when sorting out what the penalties are, and you don't need necessarily the conferences together because they can talk to each other all over the field. First and 10. And here's a fake handoff right and left and give it right side to Micklin. Micklin on his feet to the 10. Micklin on his feet to the 5. Bangs into a man inside the 5 and down hard at about the 4-yard line.
Boy, he took a big shot.
He did.
And I think it was a blindsided shot. He picks up about 17 yards on the run, but he went down hard, and now trainer's coming out.
The first and goal inside the McCandless, Ford, Mercer, and Meadville red zone.
Boy, I mean, he went down almost like he was out for a moment. But he is up and he is walking off the field.
The trainer's walking with him. But you're right, took a big hit at the end of the run. And down like a ton of bricks. And now slowly off to the near sideline. Aiden Gardner will check back into the lineup. He was cramping earlier. They have not used Zettner on this drive as he was cramping up. So they've gone to double tight ends with Leonard and Jamie Miller.
Under 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Wilmington first and goal at the Sharpsville 5, trying to tie this game up.
Mitchell Tree, wing left, comes in motion. The hand of Mitchell Tree, fakes to the 5, cut back to the 3, 2, 1, and he's in! A touchdown for Chase Mitchell Tree, the freshman, with his first Wilmington score.
And the Wilmington ground game is in mid-season form here tonight, as they are chewing up yardage, and Mitchell Tree getting his first career touchdown, a big one to make it 35-34.
Let's plug these guys in. Fullback, where Mitchell Tree played a couple plays. Wingback gets his first carry, scores a touchdown. Coach Fillion with confidence in the guys. He doesn't necessarily just have to call a play for one guy or another. He calls the formation, he calls the play, and whoever's in that spot. Here's Witters with a chance to tie it. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up. Kick is no good. It's wide right.
Oh my.
So the kick sails wide, and Sharpsville stays on top by 1, 35-34. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment. Your home for high school football. News Talk 790, WPIC, and LCSportsNet.com.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The third quarter is brought to you by Partners Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
So that last drive, 6 plays, 56 yards, and 327. Mitchell Tree with a 5-yard touchdown run. First career touchdown for Chase Mitchell Tree as a varsity Greyhound. The kick was wide, though, and it's a 35-34 Sharpsville lead. Kickoff grab by Byerly at the 8-yard line. 15 and 20, and down at about the 25. Mickelin still being looked at the sideline, on the sideline here, now sitting down on the bench.
Wilmington now 339 yards rushing, and we're still in the third quarter.
They've had some issues with a couple of guys cramping. Mickelin had cramps earlier, took a shot on that last run. Not sure of the injury, but looked like he came off a little bit wobbly. And now sitting down on the bench. So don't know if we'll see him back again or not. First and 10. Sharpsville moving left to right. Colin Summers, the quarterback. Back to pass. Looking, firing over the middle and through the hands. Incomplete. Intended for McFeeters. A flag comes in after the hit. Gardner again slow to get up with the cramps. The flag is back near the quarterback, and it's a hold. It's against Sharpsville, and it's going to be declined. So count the incompletion.
I'm surprised they declined that. They didn't decline that, did they? No, they didn't decline it. He won 1st and 20, right?
They're putting the ball.
Now they're moving.
Now they're moving.
Yeah.
The first indication, and it was a small one, was that they were going to decline it.
Yeah,
now there's players. It's a little confusion for all right now, and now they finally mark it.
So back to the 15-yard line now, 1st and 20 for Sharpsville.
And here's Summers back to pass, looking, firing, deep over the middle, and intended for Pushkar, and the nearest player was a defender, as Zettner had a shot at it about the 40-yard line. Could not make the play, as Pushkar and Summers not quite on the same page on that pattern.
1:22 to go in this third quarter. It's been a thriller tonight, as good as you can imagine. Opening night, the difference right now, a missed extra point. Sharpsville leads Wilmington 35-34.
McCullough will go wide to the left. Byerly, Pushkar, and McFeeters to the right. Back to pass. Summers going long. Far side, intended for McCullough, and overshoots him. Good stride for stride coverage by Zettner. And then limping off the field is McCullough as he takes his helmet off.
And boy, it's almost a game of attrition now.
Right.
Still no update on Jaden White. We're trying to get an update on his status. He has not played in the second half. And now it's 3rd and 20 for Sharpsville at their own 15.
Two receivers to the left. Pushkar to the right. Another receiver to the right now.
Play clock down to 5.
Into the game for the first time is Graham Perniski. Summers back to pass. Rolls to his right. Looking. Scramble drill on. Now he runs. 20, 25, 30, and down at about the 34-yard line. A couple of yards short of the first down, but a big run by Summers.
Boy, I think he's going to be a yard short. Got 19 yards on that run.
Needed to get to the 35. Would you go for it here?
This is what will Paul Piccarelli do here? The gambling man.
He's going to go for it.
I'm sure he's going to go for it.
That's what I would think.
The way the Sharpsville defense is playing right now, he can't feel very confident. So, yeah, Sharpsville's going to go for it here.
4th and 1 from their own 34-yard line. In this situation earlier, it was a quarterback keeper out of the shotgun for Summers. Wilmington loads the defensive front. Hard count, but I think the offense moved.
Yes. Somebody moved on that offensive line. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Blue Devils.
They went with a hard count, trying to get Wilmington to jump, and somebody on the offensive side flinched. And it'll be now 4th down and 6. And does this change the thinking and bring out the punting unit?
I don't know. My feeling is if Paul Pick really doesn't think they can stop Wilmington, and even if you don't get the first down, they're going to get a shorter field and maybe you get the ball back quicker, I guess. I don't know, but at this point, Paul Piccarelli has more confidence in Colin Summers than he does his defense.
All right, they're going to go for it here. 4th and 6. They need to get to the 35-yard line. Summers back to pass. Blitz coming up the middle. They got him and they sacked him. Ball comes out late. I don't think that's going to be a fumble. Nope, they're going to call him down with a sack back to the 25-yard line. And Wilmington gets the ball back with a turnover on downs.
So how about that? Paul Piccarelli rolls the dice here. And Wilmington brings the hammer. Summers had nowhere to go, so the turnover on downs at the 25 with 2 seconds to go in this third quarter. Wilmington will have a chance to take the lead here in this football game.
Second time that Sharpsville has turned it over on downs. The first time led to a 66-yard touchdown drive. This leads to a much shorter field here. 25-yard line of Sharpsville is where Wilmington is. Mitchell Tree wing left as Mickelin has not come back in. Fake handoff. Book in trouble. Book going the wrong way, and he falls down. Back at about the 33. And that'll end our third quarter on the loss on the first down play. We'll sort it out when we come back. We played 3. Sharpsville 35, Wilmington 34. Back with more tomorrow on your home for high school football news talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Unlock your business potential with Hermitage Minuteman Press. From eye-catching designs to professional printing, Hermitage Minuteman Press are your local experts. Boost your brand with stunning business cards, brochures, banners, apparel, and more. The Hermitage Minuteman Press team ensures top-quality results with lightning-fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com or follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements for a headache-free dream kitchen or bath. Tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
All right, Wilmington with the football. First down play. Looked like it was a broken play, as Book looked like he maybe wanted to hand off to Mitchell Tree, and there was nobody there to give it to, and then ran backwards for a few yards all the way back to about the 33. Ended up losing about 8 on the play. So it's now second down and 18 from the Sharpsville 33. Mark Slazak with Bob Greenberg, 35-34. The Sharpsville lead over Wilmington.
Just really a huge defensive play there by Sharpsville. We've seen Wilmington, they can run the ball, but 2nd and 5 is much different than 2nd and 18.
Miller will be the wing on the right side. Gardner, the fullback. Mitchell Tree wing on the left. Double tight end. Keeper for Book. And again, running backwards, and he'll be hit and dropped back at the 39.
Boy, he got sandwiched that time, did Book, by Spalding and Vigotti. Book had nowhere to go but to the ground, and he's back to the 39 now. He lost what? About 10 more yards?
About 7 more.
Yeah.
At the 18.
They got to get to the
25.
15.
About 7 more yards.
Balls at the 39, they got to get to the 15. It's 3rd and 24.
Yep.
So he lost about 15 there.
Second straight loss. Marking to the 39-yard line. First down. It should be 3rd down and a mile. Here's Book with a handoff up the middle, and Gardner with really no yardage to go. Big number 76 in the hole. That's T.J. Locklear. Brian White there as well. And what looked like a promising drive is evaporated quickly, and they might be bringing a punt team out here.
So they lost, just to clarify, lost 6 and about 8 on back-to-back plays, about 14 yards. So now it's 4th down. And what will Wilmington do here?
Have they punted yet? This might be their first punt. Mitchell Tree's going to punt it away. He's back on the goal W at the middle of the field.
First drive of the game, they punted.
Okay, so second punt. Byerly and McCullough are deep. Here's the snap back and the kick. McCullough dropped it, it's through his hands, it's loose on the field, it's a free ball! It's still loose, free ball!
I think Sharpsville got it.
Oh, went through McCullough. A Wilmington Greyhound and a great chance to recover at the 10, scored it through him, and then recovered by Sharpsville.
Oh my goodness. And wow, almost a total disaster by Sharpsville. So Sharpsville will get the ball at their own 9-yard line with
a 1-point lead.
10-11 to go in this football game.
Been big plays for Sharpsville. They did have one long drive, an 11-play, 65-yard drive, but even that drive only took about 2.5 minutes. Byerly to the near side. Slot near side. McCullough comes in motion. And it's a hand to McCullough, and he's going to get submarined at the 9. And they might give him the 10. So he might get about a half a yard. Second down and 9. Sharpsville without Jaden White here in the second half.
Mercer has won 31-28. Maddox with an interception to seal the deal.
Micklin looks like he's done. His helmet's on the bench. He's standing with his teammates, so looks like he will not play again or return. 2 receivers left. Motion man Pushkar. Summers rolls left, looks to throw, fires over the middle, incomplete. McFeeters went a little bit deeper than Summers was expecting. And now 3rd down and 9.
So the Sharpsville Blue Devils hanging on 35-34.
And a big play here for both sides. Just a 1-point lead for the Blue Devils. Summers with 5 touchdown passes in the game. There's 2 to the left. Summers rolls to his left. Now looks back to his right. He's in the end zone. Now runs out of the end zone. Now running for his life to the 10, to the 15. First down, 20, 25, 30. And what a run by Summers. He gave ground all the way into the end zone, deep enough into the soccer box into the end zone. That's about 4 or 5 yards deep to avoid a sack, and then turned it into a huge first down run.
Spectacular play by Colin Summers.
Wow.
That was vintage Colin Summers right there. Picks up about 24 yards. As you said, he was back into the end zone. And it's a huge first down for the Blue Devils. With down to 9:27 to go in the game, they lead 35-34.
McCullough will be on the right side. Byerly and Pushkar on the left side. Vigotti the back to the left of Summers. Handoff to Vigotti, and there's nothing there. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, if that. Line of scrimmage was the 33. And they'll put it back down on the 33, no gain. You get some key players out, Bob, on both sides, and what it does, it moves some other guys around to other spots. This is the first week of the season, as far as games, and now you're already getting guys into different spots, and changes the flow.
And this game is 2 hours and about 40 minutes now.
It's a long time. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Whistle timeout. Sharpsville as the play clock near 0. Timeout of the action. We'll take timeout as well. Sharpsville 35, Wilmington 34 with 8:39 to go. Back with more in a moment. You're at home for high school football. News Talk 790 and lcsportsnet.com.
Home Improvement Hotline, how can I help?
Hi, we're thinking of remodeling our kitchen.
Make your dream kitchen?
Yeah.
Yourself?
Yes?
Oh boy.
Why?
Oh, the headaches from flooring in tight corners to why doesn't the countertop fit? The cabinets are wrong, pulls don't match. Do we repaint or refloor? You have to rewire the outlets. Suddenly it's 6 months and you still have no kitchen?
We don't want that.
Oh, then here's who to call.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. For a headache-free dream kitchen or bath, tell us your dreams. We'll make it happen. Since 1958, Warner Homes and Improvements. Quality you can trust at warnerconstruction.com.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
And we're back here at Wilmington. Mark Slazak along with Bob Greenberg, Aaron Byro back at the studio. It's about 20 minutes to 10. We are still going with 8:39 to go on the clock. 35-34. A 1-point lead for Sharpsville. The difference in the game, Ryan Piccarilli made extra point after the 5th touchdown. Wilmington 4-5 on their side.
Yeah, that's
the difference. Piccarelli in his first game kicking for the Blue Devils has made all 5. And then Summers, 5 touchdown passes. That's been amazing. And now we're kind of in the war of attrition, like you mentioned before. What guys are going to be able to work through the cramps and whatever other various injuries and finish this game?
Colin Summers right now with 392 total yards, 89 rushing, 303 passing, and 5 touchdowns. That's a career high. And right now it's only enough by 1 point.
And that last run is probably his biggest run of the game by far, to convert this first down and give him a little bit of breathing room. And 2nd and 10 from about the 33-yard line. Miley in motion, right to left. Summers fakes left, throws right. Vigotti with a catch to the 40-yard line, and then banging out of bounds at about the 43, real close to the first down marker.
Let's see what the
chain gang bailed as they should, and the play came their way. Looks like they're marking it about the 42. So need about another yard or so for the first down.
I think he's going to be at least about a yard short there. So it'll be 3rd and 1, clearly 4-down territory for Coach Paul Piccarelli.
Yeah, they went for it on their own 35. They're out to the 42 now. 3rd down and 2. McCullough wide right, 2 receivers near side. Shotgun for Colin Summers, takes the snap and hands to Vigotti. Squirts through a tackle. I think he's going to get it. Got a first down. Dives out to about the 44-yard line. Boy, they had a shot at him back at about the 40-yard line. And Vigotti kept the legs churning and picks up the first down to the 41. Clock at 7:48.
Another big play there. Scotty getting some extra touches with Jaden White's absence here in this second half.
He's been back in the set. Played some time at wideout, caught a touchdown pass. Man in motion, Summers back to pass. Now rolls to his right. Now runs to his right and out of bounds as he crosses midfield and into Wilmington territory at the 49-yard line.
It'll be about 7 yards here for Summers. Stops the clock. Down to 7:21 to go. 35-34. Sharpsville leads. They led 21-0 in the first quarter before Wilmington roared back. That tied at 28. And then a missed extra point is the difference right now in this game.
Two receivers will come to the near side. Summers in the shotgun with Vigotti to his left on 2nd down and about 4. And Summers going to keep it, blast through the middle, pick up a couple of yards, short of the first down at about the 48-yard line of Wilmington.
And he's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down.
3rd and 2.
And what a night for Colin Summers, who's had a bunch of big nights in his career, but this could top them all, the way he is playing.
Two receivers near side. McCullough will switch places with Pushkar, who will now go out wide right. McCullough in motion in front of Summers. Summers with a keeper. Summers with a first down run, and he's down near the 40-yard line of Wilmington. Mark him at the 41 on a first down run by Colin Summers.
Summers now over 100 yards rushing in this game. Already over 300 yards passing in this game.
And 5 touchdown throws.
Wow. The legend of Colin Summers continues to grow.
Colin Summers, 5'11", 160. And the heart is probably, 150 pounds. Two receivers left, one to the right. Handoff, Vigotti right side. Slowly moving, but the pile moving as well. Picks up 3, maybe 4 on a run to the right side. Maybe 2nd down. Clock to 5:46. Give him 3 on the run. And as much as anything, a methodical drive here. Taking time off the clock. Sharpsville with a 1-point lead.
And even if Sharpsville scores here and they go for 1, it would still just be a one-score game.
If they go for one.
Correct.
Right. They may decide to do differently. Who knows? Byerly will be out wide to the left. 2nd down and 7. Handoff. Vigotti up the middle. And Vigotti out to about the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. And about 5 here.
We'll be presenting our first Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game t-shirt here in our post-game show.
Yep, new sponsor this year, and Reinhardt's coming on board.
So we're excited. The shirt looks the same, a little different color to it.
Different color, different name.
Different name.
It's a lot different, actually.
The player of the game.
The color is the same.
Font is pretty much the same.
New sponsor, new shirt.
But we are excited about doing that. And it's going to go to somebody on this field here in probably about 10 minutes.
3rd down and 5. Snap back to Summers. Quick throw near side. Byerly caught it, bobbled it, got it back. 1st down, still on his feet. 25, 20, still on his feet. Down inside the 10, still on his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dalton Byerly. The zig, the zag, and the touchdown.
34 yards, incredible play by Byerly. His 4th touchdown catch of the evening, the 6th for Summers. It's 41-34. Are you kidding me?
Couple of players down with cramps, but what a play. And Byerly looked to be down on several occasions on that play, able to stay on his feet and get it into the end zone for the touchdown. A couple of players being attended to for various ailments, and just because of where they are and the angle, we can't tell if they're working on just cramps or anything else. But the touchdown for Byerly, and as Bob mentioned, his 4th touchdown of the game.
I have him right now, Byerly with 9 catches for 228 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns.
So with 4:22 to go on the clock, Sharpsville touchdown has made it 41-34. And we're waiting right now as they just linger in the field area. The kicker is out there on the knee, so it looks like they will kick for the extra point, but we will wait and see.
I mean, is it possible we had the game of the year and the play of the year in the opening night of the season? That play there is
a great play.
And the ones if you're watching it on the LCS video, you saw it. It was
Mitchell Tree, one of the cramped players, is up and off. There was a player on the Sharpsville side, cramped player as well, up and off. I think everything is okay. What did you credit the
36
yards
officially? And I had 12 play, 91-yard drive, and it will be 6 minutes and 49 seconds. And they're going for 2 here, Mark.
And they did. The kicker has come back off the field. They want this to be done. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right. Snap to Summers. Fires right side. Pass incomplete. In and out of the hands of the receiver. That was Byerly, who was very close to the pylon. And the defender there as well. If he catches it, it's close if he's in at all. But he bobbled it and then got shoved from behind. There was no way that he was going to score the 2-point conversion. And this game now a 7-point differential as Sharpsville rolls the dice and tries to throw a dagger at the Greyhounds. And instead, the extra point fails. And we stay a 7-point differential with 4:22 to go.
The choice was to go up 8, which would force Wilmington to score twice to beat you. Or if they go for 2, you go up 9, and then they have to score twice to beat you again. I don't get it. Now it's a 7-point game and a touchdown for Wilmington and a 2-point conversion, and Sharpsville could lose this game. What a decision here by Paul Piccarelli.
And again, I think the thing that you mentioned, I don't know, feels like a half hour ago, about the idea that if you don't think you can stop them and you think you got to outscore them, then you put points on the board when you can, and that's what they thought right there. They thought a big 2 would be a lot better than just the 1. So a gamble. And the Sharpsville lead of 41 to 34.
Unbelievable.
The pass fails. Summers to Byerly 4 times for a touchdown. Line drive kickoff. Tracked down by Miller, the 10. 15, 20, 25, and run out of bounds. Far side.
I mean, I get the idea. You go up 9, and then you think maybe the game's over. One play, from the 2-point conversion. But now Sharpsville's in a position where they could potentially lose this game. If they go for 1, only way they're going to lose is probably in overtime.
Yeah. And again, you're assuming the kick gets made as well. All of that goes in there. And right now it's first down and 10. Wilmington with time to run their offense, 4:16 and 2 timeouts. And I think that's key as well. They don't have to just throw the ball. Miller in motion, fake to Miller, and hand near side. I think that's Mitchell-Tree. And that was Mitchell-Tree. Chase Mitchell-Tree in it, left wing.
It's about 7 on the play.
So Mitchell-Tree to the 34-yard line. And the clock runs at 3:55.
Reminder to stay tuned. I also want to welcome our listeners on Sports Radio 96.7. Avonworth beats Grove City 35-14. You're joining a thriller here tonight from Wilmington.
Handoff near side. Mitchell-Tree over the outside of the 40. Stutter step to the 45 and out to the 46-yard line. McCullough slow to get up. First down run for the freshman, Chase Mitchell-Tree.
It is 41-34 here. Sharpsville leads over Wilmington. Sharpsville went for 2 to try to go up 9 and failed. And it's given Wilmington maybe one more shot here to tie this game, go to overtime, or maybe even win it.
Clock at 3:21. First and 10 from the 46-yard line of Wilmington. Wing T set, Mitchell-Tree in motion, hand to Miller. Miller crossed the 50-yard line and down to the 49. Nope, they're going to put him right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line, gain of 4. Tyler Mickelin, one of the halfbacks on the Wilmington side, out with an injury, has not returned.
I'm going to predict now with full confidence that if Wilmington scores, they're going for 2. Where they're running the ball?
Second down and 6. Wing T set. Miller in motion. Book. Gonna fake. Gonna throw. Gonna go down the field. Pass is incomplete. Intended for the second tight end. Coming back to the ball was Jamie Miller.
Oh, my.
And he couldn't bring it in.
First pass attempt in the second half for Wilmington. It surprised everybody.
They've been running double tight ends, and those were the 2 in the pattern as both of the tight ends, Danny Leonard and Jamie Miller, went racing down the field. Miller had a step, the ball a little bit underthrown. He had to kind of turn and come back to the ball. When he did, he couldn't hang on to it.
Unbelievable.
Third down and 6. Miller in motion. Now backtracks to the right wing again. And a reset for the Hounds with the play clock at 7. Book under center. Motion behind him. Double handoff, or should we double fake it, a handoff to Miller, and caught behind the line of scrimmage, and a loss of about 3 yards.
Will Vogan with the big-time defensive play for Sharpsville. And now it's 4th down for Wilmington, and about 8 from their own 48.
So Vogan, who's replaced White, Jane White, who went down to injury in the first half, end of the first half, makes the big play there.
This is it.
Moving backwards, and now it's 4th down. 4th down and 8 for the Hounds. 2 minutes to go. Wing T set with double tight ends and a timeout taken by Wilmington. Timeout Wilmington. We'll take a timeout as well. It is a 41-34 lead. Sharpsville over Wilmington. Back with more in a moment on Sports Radio 96.7, on News Talk 790, and lcsportsnet.com.
I've worked hard to make my house a home, and I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's premium spring water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit hermanswater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer.
Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg back with you here at Wilmington High School. Waning moments, minute 59 on the clock. It's at 41-34. Sharpsville lead over Wilmington, and Wilmington with the ball on their own 48-yard line, facing 4th down and 8.
So what do you do here? Wilmington has not completed a pass here tonight. 0 for 4. They need 8 yards.
Their last pass came as a surprise to the Hounds with the double tight ends going down the field. And they had a shot, just couldn't complete it. So again, double tight ends, wing T set, no wide out. Gardner the fullback, Book the quarterback. And Book with a fake handoff. And Book rolls left. And Book fires down the field. First down! What a catch! Inside the 35-yard line.
Who caught that? Is that Ben Miller?
It is Ben Miller making the catch across the field.
He's down to the 33-yard line, picks up about 20 on the play. The first completion of the game. We're down to 1:40. Clock is running here. Wow.
Miller comes up with a point to his buddy Buddha Book and says, great throw.